just out of ads. Hello. Don't worry, I'll
Goodbye.
give probably the Ironspire Peaks is the
Callista!
only.
Callista!
Jesus, I forgot to change your tokens. Hold on. I mean,
Oh, hey, it's me.
yeah,
It's the other me.
the tabletop.
What?
Yes, tabletop. There we go. Hi, Callista. Sleepy
are you
Bean.
alive?
Callista is
It's like you brushed your teeth in your sleep.
Adulting more than I am. Hell yeah, let's go.
You're sick.
You're sick.
I'm sick, and it's like -2 this morning. It's a horrific combo.
You need hugs,
rough.
hot chocolate, the warmth, and embrace our 90 fucking degrees right now.
I'm finding out why they call it the dead of winter.
Alright. Well, greetings, dear spirits, and welcome to the Tables of Tartarus, a division of Purgatory Corner, where fate is bound by dice, and stories are carved into eternity. I'm your storyteller, Sinspeaks, and today we're here with my ever so lovely crew. Hi, Vanny. Players K? Yes. Players K. Check all of them out if you'd like to. All those who are doing streaming and all that fun stuff, they do them quite consistently. I don't know why the fuck my audio is quiet. Am I quiet to you guys?
I don't know, I'm not listening to
Sound
stream.
good.
No, I meant like
yeah,
through
I
your
I was
Discord.
just putting you down, actually.
Oh. Okay, weird. I'm like weirdly quiet every time. My brain gets confused. Anyways, but feel free to go look at everyone who's here. If you guys want to know more about these different characters, it is pinned there for you guys. You guys can just type in ! and the character's name, and you will gain more information upon them as from an expert made by the characters, by the players themselves. But take your seat at the table, let the threads of destiny unravel before you, for every story belongs somewhere, and here your next chapter begins. Alright, does anyone want to talk about what happened last episode, or shall I throw my brain into the fire?
I built fire.
What did happen last session?
I don't know what sound you just made, Rose, but I heavily relate.
Understandable. Let me just quickly look at the group notes, and my brain will like kick into gear.
No worries.
Alright, yeah, so Mel
party.
taught magic. The party, yeah, so Mel taught magic to Penny, which shouldn't have been possible, but it was, and then Mel went back inside to do some stuff, while Penny ran off into the forest to do, like, dark, evil magic, and resurrect a couple of, resurrect a couple of, like, small animals, and then kill them again, for reasons that are still unclear to everyone. Meanwhile, Damien and Ortus went to a rival tavern. Damien like hit on the tavern owner for some reason, and then did a performance that was so incredible, and he kidnapped, air quotes, most of the tavern and brought them back to the other tavern, whereupon we all exist. Then Grail didn't get drunk this time. I don't think he was drunk. I think he was just doing sad backstory things with Callista.
Sad bouncer stuff.
I was also riling up the townspeople.
Backstory.
Was sowing the seeds of doubt that lead to revolution.
Yeah, you're still in your fucking revolution bullshit.
It's not bullshit.
And that character who built his entire backstory around revolution is still doing that thing he built his entire backstory around. Crazy.
Yeah, well, your entire backstory, it's boring.
Sorry that I'm not some 10,000-year-old possibly elf that has been fucking a goddess or something. I don't know.
I'm not fucking a goddess. That's way too much effort. Then the guys, the tavern, the group from the original tavern came over to our tavern. We made a shit ton of money out of it while Damien was doing a bunch of performance stuff. He managed to slip away. I think he had a small conversation with Grail, but not much happened. Then he went to his room. Penny confirmed that Mel wasn't afraid of her, which she's not, so that's all fine. And Mel went for a walk. I think that's most everything.
Oh, and you met Greta.
Oh, Greta, yes, the barmaid.
Yes.
Who like helps around.
Pretty lady.
Pretty lady.
Yes, pretty lady.
And Callista sang like all night. Is she sleeping on the stage downstairs?
Oh, right, yeah, Callista did.
Boots on the wall.
I like to imagine as we come downstairs, Callista is passed out on the stage and just like sleep singing, so still singing the song, but unconscious.
She's
Two
in
bottles
the
of booze on the
negatives
wall.
now, like negative 253 bottles of booze on the wall.
Interesting.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Classic
Never
Callista.
stopped.
So the day has arisen once again. Penny has specifically messaged Greg. I always forget his name for some reason. Specifically messaged Greg asking for a horse and a wagon and telling him that she will show up here in just a bit. He informed her that y'all could easily just go to one of the like 3 stables in the town and simply request a horse and a carriage if you'd like to. Probably assuming she was going to do that and not approach him. So that's going to be fun for him. As you guys are all downstairs, we're going to say Damien's probably just researching some stuff at the moment. I don't think I had anything specific that I've talked with Damien about what they're doing. So we're just going to say they're attempting to research through Manser's horrifying journal that frankly is like a child who has learned how to communicate and write and doesn't know the principle of 1 page at a time. But yes. So
Has
Damien's
ADHD, give him a break.
He's a wild child. So he's going that. You guys are all down there in the thing. Goldscent is currently probably in the back, maybe making a few foods or adjustments or whatever. And Hardfist is standing there cleaning as he always does. As you guys all come down, he kind of does a waving kind of action, kind of gathering your attention, so to speak.
Weren't we already downstairs though?
Probably.
Mel exists in a quantum state. It's fine.
While you are all downstairs, Hardfist is kind of like attempting to catch all your attentions with his hands.
Yes. Hard fist, soft hands.
A while back, when y'all joined, you asked me if I had rumors, if I recall correctly.
Probably. It does seem like something they would do.
Well, we have had a few of them run through every now and again. The birds speak quite often. We have a few druids in town, and well, let's just say the birds like to shake them down for some information. I don't know what the birds are about, but they are very strange birds. One of them does wear a tiny top hat. Anyways, some of the information that we've gotten lately, some of the rumors that have passed around, there is someone moving around the continent. We're not entirely sure how accurate this information is, but he's appeared in a couple of different towns. He's a magic weapon hunter. He has all kinds of magical weapons, from spears to swords to shields, and he collects them and uses them all, but let's just say the way he collects them is not moral. So if you gather magical weapons, be wary. Another bit of information that has crossed the party is somewhere to the northwest. Is a gathering of people. There's some kind of church that has been raising up inside of a small-ish town. We don't know much about them. They seem to be just one of those towns that's picking up. They crush, lose. Every now and again, we have more towns that rise up and then fall back down. So it's not regularly a bit of concern, but this one has been there for little bit longer than we were expecting. Seems to be good, though.
Okay. Should I go and get the... She turns to the group. Should I go and, talk to Greg?
That's what you were going to do, right? You were going to go talk to Greg about getting a cart for a lot of you?
Yeah. Like, do you need me here for anything, or should I just, go? She says, holding Satanta.
Can I have... No, wait.
Hmm?
Can I have the dog back, please?
Yeah, sure, here.
Thank you. Yes, no, you can go now.
Okay.
I think once you secure travel for all of you, you should be right to go. I think. Transport, rather. So the 4 of you are going to go deal with the mine shaft, yes? Adventurers and what have you?
You're not coming then?
No.
Very well, I'll do it without you.
I'll see you in a few days. Unless you all die, in which case I won't. Try not to die. Otis, make sure Grail doesn't get too zealous.
He should be right, mate.
Just give him a bonk over the head if he starts ranting or raving. He'll be fine.
I'm not sure if I should be offended that you think I am a greater risk than Ortus, or if you think Ortus is somehow responsible enough to look after me.
Hey.
Of the 2 of you, Ortus is not the one who has been raving about revolutions for the past 4 days, plus the time we spent in the jail cell. So, yes, I trust Ortus more than I do you. With that said, I have plans of my own that don't involve any of you, so I think I will be heading off.
I love the
She
idea
will
that Grail is just sad in the corner, just you don't like me.
Mel gives Ortus a thumbs up, gives Penny a few silver coins. You might need this when Greg inevitably refuses to let you buy a carriage.
Wait,
Or
you're leaving
rent a
right
carriage.
now?
I was planning on going this morning, yes.
Oh, okay.
Why? Was there something you needed from me?
Yeah. Come on, I'm going upstairs. Come on.
All right. I guess I will delay my
Come on,
leave
come on.
for a moment.
The
Also,
turntables
she'll
have turned.
pet Callista on the head. Don't annoy him too much, just enough to be funny. And she'll whisper that to Callista.
Don't worry, I kind of sort of know his limits. I'll be sure to annoy him just enough to make his frown lines even deeper.
He's going to look like
Do I
a
hear
40-year-old.
this?
No, this is whispered.
Round lines
Rico
and
just feels like an
Decepticon.
ominous feeling, and he's like, I suddenly feel more annoyed.
Good girl. And Mel will make her way upstairs with Penny, I guess.
Cool.
As I walk upstairs, or to just turn the ground and be like, that was mean.
I guess this means that Ortus is the temporary party leader.
That's horrifying.
No.
A decision that I am certain will carry no ill consequences.
Just Ortus being like, shit, wait. What if I agreed to? Fuck. Alright,
The
dude.
party leader, Ortus, tell us how it is done.
I'd rather not,
Capable
mate.
Nonsense. You certainly seem capable of handling all major decisions, bearing the weight of all failures that this party encounters.
Someone is pouting so hard. I'll tell her.
Grail is saying this with
Bro's
almost a
thrown up.
smile.
Bro's thrown a full temper tantrum.
Grail thinks this is hilarious. Grail thinks the idea of giving Ortis, that kind of permission is such a horrific idea that he can't help but get behind it fully.
Oh my god. I cannot
You know it's
wait to
bad
watch
when
this.
even Greel says, "Fuck it, we ball."
Fair enough. All
I mean,
right,
Grail
so
has some degree of morbid curiosity.
yeah, so
Some
Penny
can't-
and
I
Mel.
I can't wait for this to go absolutely flawlessly. It's
Oh,
gonna
it's
be
gonna be beautiful.
amazing.
But yeah, so Penny and Mel, you guys are both upstairs. Penny having dragged Mel all the way up.
Okay,
Yes.
sit in your chair. Sit in your chair. Close your eyes.
What? Okay.
And
Mel
hold out your hands.
does so. You're not going to put like a dead rat in there, are you?
No, that's not my style.
Right. Okay.
And he
sure.
puts the dead rat away.
Fuck.
Mel will close her eyes and put out her hands.
Okay. It's a little heavy. So just, And she takes out like the jug that she found at Marie's house.
Mhm.
And puts it in Mel's hands.
Mel
Okay, you can open.
What
I found this
am I
at Marie's place.
This is more of that. Oh.
Yeah. I thought
Hmm.
it would be smarter to leave it with someone instead of bringing it into a, dangerous
You know what? That
place.
does make. Once again, you have proven to be wise. Then. Oh, it smells awful. Grail by a wide margin. Um,
Really?
just casually throwing Grail under the bus. It's a long and arduous story, but okay. So this is more of that same goop. Is it like pure same? Like, does it look?
It looks different from what Manser had. Like when you turned him into goo, so whatever is in Callista's hands. It looks slightly different. It's a little bit darker. His one has a tinge of gray to it, but this one looks a lot darker. Just more black than anything else. It's
Maybe
very goopy.
share it
though.
with Damien.
Yes, I might leave this in Damien's hands if he's staying behind, but thank you, Penny. I do
Okay.
wonder. Thank you.
Did I hear her ask if she wonders?
It was said aloud, like you can hear, but it doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Well, she's still
And
gonna
she is
ask.
just. Oh, no.
What do you wonder?
A great many things.
Me too.
Is this everything?
Yeah, I thought it was like a pretty big thing.
It is very important, and I appreciate it greatly.
Like
Please look after.
literally and figuratively.
When you go on this venture to the mine to recover the metal or whatever it is, whatever fool's errand Grail is sending you on, be safe. Don't take unnecessary risks. If you need something that I don't know whether Grail understands, being a soldier, discretion is the better part of valor. Sometimes a retreat is more advantageous. Run away if you need to. Take Callista with you.
I'm sure she's gonna come with anyway.
Yeah, I don't imagine she wouldn't. Just be safe, all right?
Yeah, no, totally.
Good. All right. Well, I will go have a word to Damien about this jar of goop, and then I'll be on my way. And so once Penny goes downstairs or whatever, Mel will go have a conversation with Damien about said jar of goop.
I've got a jar of goo.
I
I've got this jar. I've got a jar of dirt. Yes, I've got this jar of dirt that looks like goo.
I was rushing to
Maybe-
make that joke, but I made it in the chat because I was.
It's
Damn it,
fine.
Should have just.
Maybe I'll
Ellie,
go.
You to it.
Go.
While stealing
sorry,
my
I'll
joke.
I'll
treat
leave
you
them.
like a game of whack-a-mole with a mallet.
I'll-
Shut up.
I'll leave that with
Violent.
You leave
Damien,
that, Damien?
and then I will go on my merry way.
Fair enough. All right. So you'll leave the tavern. The rest of y'all, what would you like to do?
I'm going to Greg.
Grail, Callista, and Ortus, will you be following Penny?
I can always bring the cart back if you guys want.
I feel like I would
Nah,
have to go with her.
I'll
at
come
this
with you,
point.
mate.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're
Let's
all
go.
following along.
Well, you
What'd
have
you
to.
say, Callista?
Well, you heard that. Party leader said we have to.
I love the idea that this is like the only time that like Grail becomes like cheery, like properly cheery, is just watching Ortus in the most awkward position he's ever been in.
Real doesn't have to lead for once and he's giggling watching someone else try.
Do you know the way,
Fail.
Ortus?
No, I
Would,
forgot.
would you like, I guess, me to lead? She looks between Grail and Ortus.
Go ahead, mate.
Oh, no,
Okay.
no. Ortus is our leader here. You should trust him.
The quiet stop.
I have total faith in his ability to lead in a direction of his choosing.
There's even a non-zero possibility that we will not go in a circle.
Oh my god. Do you want to lead the way, Ortus? Or do you want Penny to?
Ortus is leading the way.
Penny would be better.
All right.
No, Ortus is leading the way. Come on.
I think leaders like delegate tasks though, right?
They must
Well,
delegate
yes,
tasks, but they
they
must also
do,
demonstrate
but-
their ability to lead themselves. Leader who only delegates
Yeah.
tasks is not a leader at all.
The word is leader. It kind of implies that we go where they follow.
Or just gonna grab Penny on the shoulder and be like, "You're my right hand man now."
I don't know if I can do that. I'm already someone's right hand.
Real, he's stealing your right hand man.
I believe you'll find
Penny can't
that
be two right hands.
I believe you'll find that Penelope is a woman.
You know,
Okay,
out of
then.
all the people,
He's not
out of all
wrong.
the people to correct you on
Callista.
gender, I did not expect it to be wife.
You're
Jesus.
my right hand man.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm
You
can
not
say
sure
that to
if
me.
I
You can
should
tell
be
Grail what to do,
flattered.
Callista.
I'm not sure if I should be flattered that you picked me or like bothered that I'm the second choice.
Second place is first loser.
This is
Okay,
beautiful to
fine.
watch.
Okay, I guess I'm the right hand man now.
You got this.
Oh, shriveled
she'll
up
quick
like
whisper
your
the
right
way
hand man.
To Callista.
What is it with these SMRs and needing right hand men
I don't know.
that are exclusively women?
So I love how the only time Callista and Grail truly agree with each other is watching Ortus.
Well, you know how the saying goes: behind every powerful man is an even more powerful woman.
Fair, fair.
Yes,
All right.
and that is why you are leading the way.
So you're leading the way, Callista?
Wait, am I?
That's why I'm asking you.
I don't know where we're going.
Hey, I whisper the way. I whispered the way to Callista.
There you go.
You know what? I'm thank you, Penny. But I'm going to do something stupider and even funnier.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to the nearest pond.
A pond?
Okay. Sure.
Just
There's
the nearest body of water.
there's the moat that surrounds the entirety of the outskirts. That one's fairly easy to get to.
Righty, off we go then.
You'll walk
This
for a
way.
couple of minutes. There's a river that leads from the all the way through the ocean into the Starshow Kingdom, all the way through a giant lake into this moat. So you guys kind of follow the little river on the bottom here that feeds into the area, and so you guys kind of arrive at the giant moat.
You fancying another swim, Callista?
Actually, I was gonna ask if there's a fishing rod. Seeing as you have a stick up your ass, I was wondering if you could check for me.
See, that's the best leaders are the ones that have a certain way with words.
It's horrifying. I mean, you do have a fishing rod on you.
Why do you need a fishing rod? We just go over the bridge.
What? I don't think fish can walk over the bridge. They're usually under the water.
We're getting fish?
Truly, Callista is a repository of information.
Why are you what are you doing this for? For what purpose?
What do you mean?
Good God.
Okay. Well, you guys
I'm
told
enjoying
me to
taking
show you
pot
the way.
shots.
What
You
was that,
guys
Cliss?
told me to show you the way. I forgot where we were going, so I followed the way in my heart, you know? And I got to
Oh.
the nearest water surface because I want to fish. I like fishing. I enjoy it. It's a very nice pastime. It's relaxing.
Listening
Okay.
to your heart, it is no wonder you got lost.
I didn't get lost. I found the water.
Wobber.
I have a bad habit of saying water instead of water because I find it to be funny.
Fair.
I'd like to think it carries over to Callista.
You heard it from one person who just jokingly said a wobber, and you're just like, I like it.
Well,
I don't know if I heard it from someone. I just pure stupidity at first, and then I went, no, I like that.
You were saying, Penny?
if you guys want to fish, I mean, it's totally fine. I can totally do this all by myself and bring back the cart. And then we can go.
Oh, I have no interest in fishing.
You might need a cart with the amount of fish I catch, because when I tell you, I am quite the angler.
I believe it, yeah.
Oh no, is my internet gone?
Know a thing or
No,
two
you're
about angles.
Alright. So, Callista, you're going to stay behind fishing while the others go across the bridge?
Oh yeah.
Alright. So who's leading your smaller
I'm
party?
fishing it to the max.
I assume Ortuz.
Where are we?
Where are you?
We're gonna
So sorry.
we're gonna go
I
to
cannot
Greg's.
breathe. I cannot sleep tonight.
I
Thank
love
you.
the idea that Grail's like, we haven't moved like 500 feet and we're already lost.
Grail is sitting back. Grail is letting the real leader of the party show the way, apparently.
Jesus Christ. Alright. Well, Ortuz, mostly given your character's intelligence, which is... Actually, no, your intelligence is medium. It's your wisdom that's low. Roll me a survival check.
Can I assist since I know the way?
Absolutely. Yeah, roll me survival with advantage. I'm going to love this roll. I feel it in my bones. My heart of hearts.
You're gonna love the amount of fish I catch. I don't care if there's gators in this moat. I'm fishing them
Survival
up.
with advantage.
Huh?
Survival.
Yes, survival with advantage.
Okay.
Ooh, 17, alright.
Oh, I'm happy I gave you advantage.
It's a good thing you had advantage. Good lord. It's a very strange a feeling. It's a very strange movement that you guys are going through. At first, it seems like Ortuz has legitimately no idea where he is or where he's going whatsoever. Sometimes it seems like he just takes a left turn for seemingly no reason in any way, shape, or form. Sometimes it's multiple left turns. But somehow, within like 20 or so minutes, you arrive at the house. Not a single one of you have any idea, hi Revy, have any idea how you got here exactly, or what path exactly you took. It was overly complicated, but you're here.
You know, I didn't think you were gonna actually do it.
And I am
Well-
impressed.
My brain is hurting now.
Oh, Penny will go
taken
up and
the
knock
big
on the
walk.
door.
Okay. You knock on the door and you hear, Greg from inside just kind of going, "Oh, yeah, I'll be right there." I wonder who.
Please
who-
hurry.
Greggy.
Oh god damn it!
No need to wonder. Penny will speak.
After like a minute or so, you see the door like crack open a little bit, and he's like, "Yeah, can I help you?"
Hey,
Oh.
mate.
I told you I was coming for a wagon and a horse.
Yeah. Did you check the outskirts?
Yes.
Just straight up thought you were gonna say no.
She looked around while they were walking, but
Did
like,
you
even if
get a
found
horse
them-
from one of the stables out there?
no, because I told you I was coming to you. You are supposed to provide me with things to complete quests. Yeah?
It just kind of stares at you for a moment. It just
She
goes,
smiles. No teeth, just regular smile.
I guess, yeah. Hold on. He like leans his head outside the window, and he does like a shrill like whistle and stuff. After a moment, you see this really nice looking crow just kind of like slowly like fall down. He's wearing a little top hat on his head. It seems to be like kind of tied to him for some reason or other, and he stares, and they seem to talk with each other back and forth for a minute. He goes, "All right, any one of you have like a copper on you?"
I have nothing I
Shocked.
wish to part with.
Okay, he kind of like reaches
The rates
back.
you-
He's like, platinum, gold.
The rates you pay us for
gold.
quests, you really expect us to have spare copper.
I mean, it's a copper. I don't really store those very often. I mean, I have silvers. I don't want to give him a silver. Here's a copper. He like fishes into one of his like drawers and it's like, and he hands it to the crow. He's like, "All right, there you go, buddy. Now don't fucking ask for more. You dick. Fuck off. Go. And you see the bird just like kind of look annoyed before he goes off. And he's like, all right, the fucking bird will go and get somebody to get you a cart here in a second. He's a squirrely little bastard. He thinks he deserves more money than he's worth. Asshole.
Well, can we come in to
You
wait?
see, he's a squirrel.
No, he's a crow. His name is Joe. Specifically, this one was fancy Joe. You know, there's a lot of other Joes around, so never call him unfancy Joe, or he might try killing you.
So why'd you say he was a squirrel?
I say he's squirrely.
Yeah.
That means like a squirrel.
He slowly opens his door. Come on in.
How
Oh
long
wait,
do you
why are
think
there
it's
only
gonna
3
take?
of you?
Because only 3 of us arrived. Like, only 3 of us came. Is that a problem?
No, it's normally you have like all 6, or it's just you alone. You know?
Would
Well,
you rather I
Callista's
show
gone
up alone?
fishing.
What was Artus?
I see Callista's gone fishing.
Didn't expect her to be into fishing. Okay, well, I should take like 5 or so minutes. I have to like bring the cart all the way here, and then I have to pay them, and yeah, then you pretty much have the cart until you bring it back. I hope you
You
don't
should
get
have
one of
done
the
this.
asshole horses.
You should have done this when I messaged you.
I told you to look at the outskirts because your tavern, the thingamabob is all the way out there. No need for me to go talk to one of the outskirts people.
She takes out her stone. I don't know about you. I think maybe it's broken. Maybe I can't hear you. 'Cause I didn't hear anything about that.
It's a magical stone. How would you not hear me?
You tell me.
He slowly looks over at Grail.
No. Don't look at Grail.
Don't look at Grail.
She turns his head back. Answer my question. Is it broken?
I don't think so.
But you got my message.
Yes?
So then you just should have done it.
I sent a reply message.
Okay, I didn't get it.
I didn't
You just
know
should've
you
done it.
didn't get it.
You should have done it anyway. You shouldn't
I'll
have
start doing that next
pushed
time,
off
huh?
your work onto me.
It's not my work. I already have the information that you guys need. My job here is done.
Your job is not done because you have us on contract. Until the contract is done, your job isn't done either.
See, I would take away the contract, but I feel like you would stab me the second I do so.
What gave you that idea?
He slowly looks over his impaled chair. I don't know, what could possibly have given me that idea?
Honestly, I don't know. I really don't. I've told you before, you don't need to worry about it.
With the contract or without the contract?
In general.
You deeply concern
Listen, if I
me.
was gonna kill you, I will tell you.
Before you kill me or while you're killing me?
I'll give you a little bit of an advance notice.
You're surprisingly reasonable for a person who wants to kill me.
Thank you.
He shrugs and you guys hear a knock at the door. Thank fuck. Oh god. He like walks to a door and he opens it and there's like a dwarf standing there. He's like, please tell me you have a cart. Yeah. Alright, all you fuck off out of my house, please.
Why are you being so rude?
You know, I was expecting to have a better day today. Yeah, I had to talk to a bird. I don't like talking to birds. I said please.
I still don't think it was very nice. And she'll leave.
All right. See you, Griggy.
Great. You all step out of the
He lives
house.
in fear of the internets. He sees brown hair and he gets trauma.
You all step out of the house. And you see a fairly nice cart, just a little on those covered carts and stuff. That you might see on like a wagon trail or something. It's decently large, probably big enough to fit both Ortuz and Grail with reasonable ease, as well as a few probably crates. And you see 2 horses at the front too. Both are, one's white, one's brown. They both just kind of like look like regular horses.
What are their names?
The dwarf is just like, that one's Buttercup, he points to the white one, and that one's Death Killer, he points to the brown one.
Okay.
His original owner was weird.
Well, thank you for bringing the cart and horses here. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. I got to give him a bonus fee for dragging me all the way over here, so worked out in my favor.
Yep.
You children have fun. He just starts walking away.
I suppose we'll just return it back to Greg when we come back.
Sounds good.
Are we gonna go pick up, like, Callista?
Can I ask, do I get to roll for fish?
Yes, roll survival.
We're just gonna have a cart full of fish.
Well, I do need my
Yes.
right-hand man.
He's all shriveled
And I will
up
have
like
my
your right
fish.
hand, man. That's never gonna fade
Okay.
from my brain.
Oh,
Jesus
my goodness.
we get
Christ.
fish. When I tell you we get fish, I tell you we get some fish.
So by the time you guys get back to Callista, she has had like 3 or 4 buckets. Not sure where she got the buckets, but she has 3 or 4 buckets that are just filled to the brim, just stacked with fish. Many of them still flopping, and sometimes they flop from one bucket to the other bucket, kind of like tipping them, but they never seem to fall over, as she's just like reeling fish in like a mad woman.
Hey, do you guys think Damien likes fish? Just a random question. Cause I have some fish.
I think anything. I think he would like some. Yeah, but I don't know about how much you have here.
I mean, I've got some pretty ones. This one over here was like blue. Some of them have like pink scales. It's quite nice actually. They're quite pretty.
Well, I mean, she looks to Ortuz. We can stop by the tavern before we leave, right? And give Damien some fish.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't think he has enough food at the tavern.
I have enough fish to feed a small village.
I mean, Damien did get like a whole bunch of people to start coming to the tavern, so if they have more food, I'm sure Goldscent would like that.
Yeah, they can think of new recipes that have fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, like fish pie.
Ew.
And soup.
Soup? I feel like that's almost disrespectful to the fish, right? Because it's like it's swimming back around in there again, but this time it's dead and cooked to be eaten.
Right back where it belongs.
What?
Exactly.
Y'all concern me sometimes.
Okay.
Jesus
So
Christ.
we've got a ton of fish now.
Good lord. You guys
Load it up.
We want-
pack up all your fish in the little buckets into the carriage and start taking them all the way back to your main shop. You guys do manage to give Gold Cent quite a few of the fish, probably a significant portion of the amount you've caught. You'll get 4 gold for the whole haul, I would say.
Dang.
I want to keep a few fish.
Or you'll be keeping a couple of them. For all the ones that you give her,
Okay.
you'll be getting about 4 gold worth.
Okay, what can I say? I'm a hustler.
Got a lot of fish with a 20 fucking 5.
The moat has never seen such destruction as a genasi with a fishing rod.
Jesus. All right. And you guys are now ready to set off on your adventure. Assuming the
What a
Artus knows
genasi
the
could
way.
do.
He does not.
You don't want to know what a water genasi would do.
Out of character. Out of character.
Jesus
That's good, because
Christ.
Kristen doesn't know what a water genasi would do. She doesn't know her people.
Yeah. So while you guys are planning to
I
head
guess I
out of
now
town.
have-
Thanks, Ian. What? What was that, Callista? Callista?
I just forgot to mute. I was mumbling. I guess I
Oh.
have more gold.
Fair. Yep. 4 gold worth.
Gold.
While you
You-
guys are
you
getting
did
ready
the
to
work.
head out of town, and prepping all your stuff, trying to figure out which direction you have. You guys do have a couple of maps, so it's not the most difficult thing in the world to find your way about. We're gonna look over at Mel for a second. Mel, you said you want to go farming.
Oh, hi, that's me. Yeah,
yes.
yeah, farming. Yeah, so Mel will find a place to get changed. She might have even got changed waited till they all left and then went and got changed. Anyway, so she's wearing much more farm appropriate clothes, like loose fitting pants, a sort of easy top, heavy boots for trekking through mud and what have you. And she'll make her way to one of the farms on this sort of outside of town.
Okay. There's a couple of them. Mostly they do like small grain farming. A couple of them do like minor potatoes. There's one for like rice. But for the most part, their primary harvest is usually wheat here.
Yes. Are there any farmers on the older side of things?
Yeah, there's a few of them. You'll probably notice being on the outskirts, especially. Most of the people out here seem to be like old style, like long generation farmers. So it looks like a lot of them have been like keeping these places for several generations. You've seen a couple different types of farms. You've seen an orcish farm. There's very few of those, mostly in the south end. A couple of human farms. There's like a wood elf one that kind of mingled in with it a little
Farming
bit.
humans.
So there's a couple of them. They all do slightly different practices. They all do slightly different tactics. The orc one, weirdly enough, is like really, really like in depth about the respect they have for the farm, while humans just kind of like work with it to whatever degree they have. And then the wood elves are more part of the farm than even the orcs are. It's a very strange experience going from one to the other and just kind of like seeing how everyone does things.
Yeah, Mel will find just a chill farm. One that doesn't seem to like I said, owned by like some older individuals,
Yeah.
not too strenuous. Well, it's not too strenuous, but like, more laid back than like the Wood Elf farm, for example.
Yeah, so you'll probably find it's a human
And the
base.
racism coming in strong.
But you do find one of the human based farms of like there's this really old man in a rocking chair going back and forth. It's part orchard, part wheat field and stuff. So like part of his acres are just rows and rows and rows of trees, be it apple trees, peach trees, and different other trees like that. And then the other half is just a whole bunch of like wheat fields and a few other like cornfields and stuff. There's a couple of farming hands kind of working through a lot of the fields and stuff. But at the moment, it seems to be like a chiller portion of the day, as it's what 11 o'clock or something like that. And he's just kind of on a rocking chair, going back and forth.
Mel will just sort of make her way over, raise a hand and what have you. Just, hello there. Hi.
He raises a hand back and he goes, "Why, hello there. How can I help you?"
I was, well, long and short of it, I'm looking for work for a few days. Thought I'd lend a hand.
There's no shortage of work to be had here. So, well, what kind of work you plan to do?
Oh, just whatever you have, whatever needs doing.
Ah,
It's no skin off my nose either way.
Well, young'un, we have some wheat fields that you can attend to. We should be getting the harvest here in a couple of weeks, I think. We have the cornfields; those just recently got harvest, so most of it's just taking care of them, making sure there isn't any things going muck or infections going on. Or you can take care of the fruit trees. Some of them grow ripe every now and again. We have different places throughout the year that it just kind of is ripened, so we always have a plenty supply of all our fruit trees. But that's all you can do.
I see. Like I said, I'm happy to do sort of whatever. So I'll just get to it, I suppose.
Yeah, go find. He kind of like looks very tired as he's like Emil. He's I think he's working the airports at the moment, if I recall correctly. He's our main farmhand. I'm getting a little bit too old for this shit, so he's the one mostly in charge. He'll be taking over when I croak and kick the fucking bucket. You know how it is.
Oh, I'm sure you've got a few years left in you yet.
Ain't as young as I used to be, kid.
That's all right. Things happen, but time does take its toll. But I'm sure you will live a long, happy life yet.
You have fun,
Anyway,
kiddo.
Emil, you said?
Yes, Emil. He should be over in the south side working on some of the apple trees down there. A couple of farmhands usually work with him over there, but I've seen most of them just kind of working the wheat fields. So he's probably somewhere alone right now. Could use a good talking to.
All right, I'll go over word to him, see what work needs doing. Thank you. And she'll make her way towards Emil. Or try and find Emil.
Yeah. So you head kind of to the south end of his general house, and after a few minutes, you do see Emil. He's just not wearing a shirt because he's currently pretty much harvesting like a shit ton of apples at the moment. And you see like many of the trees like are completely barren, as if it's like fucking summer or something. Some of them are in full bloom, some of them are like dying to a degree. They really do have like it just produces all year every year. But he's currently like working on like 6 or 7 different trees. He's pretty much like climbing them, just shoving apples down and stuff. There's like 1 or 2 people that are like helping him, but for the most part they're just placing down baskets and then walking to the next one. But yeah, so he's like sweating. He's like been doing this probably for hours now, and he sees you approaching. He's like, "Oh!" And he like throws down a whole bunch of apples, mostly make sure you don't get hit by them.
Right. Yeah.
Roll dexterity.
Sort of. Mel will just like raise a hand. Hi. Sorry. The old man in charge.
Yeah, Jimmy. I know.
Emil. I assume you're Emil.
He grabs one of the branches and basically like fucking bars, like uses it as like a gymnast bar and just flings himself off of it in like a backflip, and he lands. Hey, I'm Emil. How can I help you, lady?
Sounds like he's more of a sack.
Bo. I'm looking for work. I was told you would be able to direct me in the best place to get to it.
Oh, absolutely. How do you know working a farm?
Oh, I've done it. A few. She pauses for a second. I have experience.
All right, I like a lady with experience. All right, so all you're gonna do right now is get a couple of them baskets around here. You can see a couple of the other farmhands over there. They're placing down the baskets, and then I basically just go into the trees, knock down a whole bunch of the apples and shit. You try to make sure they all fall in roughly the same places and catch them if you need to. It's pretty much just timing, organization, figuring out where to put the fucking buckets or baskets, I suppose, and I just knock them down.
I mean, I can handle that as well if you want. Two people working on the trees should be easier, but if it's just buckets, that's fine too. Whatever suits.
You're welcome to try getting up onto the trees, but no offense, miss, you don't seem kind of like the lady who would jump onto a tree branch and start shaking the apples until they fall off. You know what I mean?
I mean, sure, but we'll see how I go. Yes.
All right. I got faith in you. You know what? You say you can do it? I think you can do it. He like turns around. He like runs up one of the trees, like kicking his way upwards. And just starts like grabbing one of the branches and fucking shaking it like a madman as the apples just pour down below him.
All right, Mel. We'll get to work, I suppose.
Cool. For the most part, it is a very, very consistent and very tedious process. As you're just
That's
doing
fine.
like rows and rows of it. So it's a very fun, relatively fun process. It's very mind numbing, but it allows you to think about a lot of stuff. As you are doing that, we're going to move back over to the other party over in the world map. So, the place you guys are
Yes,
trying
indeed.
to get to. What was that?
So you were like the dooba-dooba-doo. I was like, yes, the dooba-dooba-dooba-doo.
The dooba-dooba-dooba-doo. The place you guys are trying to get to is roughly here-ish to the north of the place. There are many ways that you guys can get here. Left, right, whatever. How are you guys journeying? Are you really putting all your faith into Ortuz, or are you like, you could do this Ortuz, so that you just start like moving the horses in the right direction, or what do you guys want to do?
I leave complete faith in Ortus until he gives up. Or until it
he's-
feels like we are actually going to go too far off course, because I realize we do have like limited time.
Mhm.
We're going to fuck around that much.
And he's just like, I don't know what to do.
Very fair. All right, Ortiz.
I feel like he'll try his hardest to go where he needs to.
All right. Well, I have faith in your ability. Roll me another survival check with advantage.
He wouldn't want to disappoint Grail.
Well, that's
Like, I
kind of
could
sweet.
do
I almost feel
this.
bad now.
Right, roll survival.
Yep, survival with advantage.
Obtuse just makes
Oh,
like
with
a
advantage
command
again?
or something, and then he keeps looking at Griel for like,
Yes.
God.
Yes.
Dude, his need to make it so. Funny enough, this is all like the first one of the two rolls has always been the higher one. So even if he did have advantage, he would still be succeeding. So your need to make it so that Grail is very proud of you is incredibly strong. Is a feat of astonishment as you're like grabbing the map and you're like looking at it, like really studying it, and like you like
Smoke coming out of his ear.
yeah, you have like the fucking reins like around your legs and shit, and you're just like kind of moving it left and right as the horses just kind of go about as they need to, and yeah, they just walk in the direction of the north, which honestly probably surprises everyone in the cart. But yeah, you managed to take them all the way there. It takes honestly even less than a day. Like by the time that nightfall is coming down, you guys are able to see the large, well, semi-large forest that is just a little bit ways away from you guys, which based on the map is roughly where you need to be.
Is it Ortus and Grail up front, like with the horses, and then Callista and Penny in the back?
I would imagine so. That's up to you guys.
I imagine if that happened, the cart would be too heavy at the front, and the two back wheels would be up.
Yeah, since
It would be like a reverse wheelie.
Since
Just got
Callista's
two
Ortus's
big
right
men
hand
at
man
the
at the
front,
moment.
and we can't like outweigh it out. We can't balance the weight.
Alright, so it'd be Orchis at the front with Callista and Grail and Penny in the
Yep.
back to balance it out.
As much as possible, I
Thank goodness.
suppose.
Okay. But yeah, that is the organization. You guys probably are spending around, I want to say about 10 hours on the journey, roughly speaking, 10 to 11 hours or so. So yeah, the night, it's starting to fall. The sun's pretty much on the horizon. It's starting to fall. Dusk is slowly, very quickly approaching. What do you guys say to each other during this time? Is it just small talk? Is it just awkward chatter? What's going on here?
10 hours of I Spy with Callista.
Oh God.
Ortus and Callista, good luck.
I will
Ortus would
cry.
join in, yeah.
Jesus Christ. Penny
He's
and Grail,
meant to
do
be
you two have...
driving, but he's playing I Spy.
God. Do you two have any
Grail
conversations in those 10 hours?
Well, Grail's definitely not joining I Spy, but I think like as usual, he's probably not going to start any conversations, but will engage with if anyone actually like starts a conversation with him.
Okay.
I think Penny's just gonna keep to herself.
It was a very quiet journey, and the only thing that you guys hear is Callista in the front going, I spy something green! And Ortus just like staring at the map going, map? And her going, yes!
Imagine him looking around at like all the grass and trees and just thinking really, really hard for like a solid 10 minutes before guessing water and Callista saying yes.
It's a very consistent
Whether
game.
it be pity or what.
It's a very consistent
Pity or
game.
stupidity, which one?
Oh
God.
wait, does hey, Callista's not stupid.
Mhm.
It's her lowest stat, but she's not stupid.
I
Does
have low intelligence, but I'm not stupid.
shut up, you. Does us playing I Spy count as us like?
You guys want to know
playing any of
something
the-
really, really, really funny to me?
Oh
No,
no.
this is going to be really, really funny to us, but go on.
It's gonna be really funny. Grail and Callista have the same intelligence.
Yeah! That's why they fight all the time. They
Idiot.
are sharing a brain
The worst
cell.
thing is, she not only has the same intelligence as me, she has far higher wisdom.
Yeah.
Callista is much smarter and more experienced.
But
More
significantly less
smarter than
charisma.
you.
Does us playing I Spy and like watching the wildlife and all that count as like a nature check? Does it like get us familiar with our surroundings?
That's actually a remarkably good point. Yeah, feel free to roll me a nature check, Callista.
Oh, and it was completely staring.
Whoa, what just happened?
What's that?
I'm
What's
sick and
that?
feral. I said, who is calling me stupid?
Oh.
Ortus isn't gonna roll.
All right, so we
Right.
forgot to give Callista her rabies shot.
As you're journeying around, you're pretty much just doing the I Spy and shit. You're attempting to log it into your head, and you're getting some like the major markers that's around, like some of the major forests, and you can with great difficulty see like smokes of plumes and stuff in the far distance. There's a couple of rocks and stuff. It's not really a super easy area to navigate, but you are able to see like bits and pieces. So in theory, going back this way, you could probably find it.
Imagine being like, I spy my little eye, something beginning with B, and someone's just like, basilisk, and you're like, what?
Oh shit!
Oh no!
Basilisk.
I spy something beginning with A. Ancient red dragon. Oh no!
And
Good lord.
I spot something beginning with T. Tarask.
Rask.
Good lord.
What?
Okay. Yeah, so you guys are heading through this area, and you eventually get to, these forests. These forests are still somewhat in the distance, maybe like another hour or so out. But you guys now see it is there for you guys. Do you say anything, Callista, about this forest in the distance, or are you just going like, I spy a forest? Forest
I
toad?
mean, if you're asking me to like do a check or something on the forest, hell yeah.
I mean, you see the forest. I'm more saying, are you going to let the two people in the back know that you're almost there?
Oh, that's what you're meaning. Oh, yeah. I'll just very loudly. I spy with my little eye something beginning with a bunch of trees. A bunch of trees.
Yeah, I mean, you guys haven't seen any trees for a while, so that's very accurate. Yeah, so Grail and Penny, based on the a
What's
bunch
on
of
this?
trees statement, you guys would know you're getting fairly close. Yeah.
You think Callista is aware that a bunch of trees is not a letter in the alphabet?
I mean, the first word she said was "a." A is a letter of the alphabet, as far as I know.
As far as I know.
So I mean, there's that.
A valid
Maybe-
point.
Maybe that's what she means.
Maybe indeed.
And Penny will look outside.
Dare not to assume what goes on inside Callista's head.
It seems like there's a lot going on at most all times.
You
Much,
wouldn't
so
last
little.
minutes in my twisted and messed up mind.
I don't
Meanwhile,
doubt that.
it's just like fishing mini games.
Something I
That
also
little
just now
monkey
realized.
clapping its cymbals.
Something else I just realized, which I find really entertaining. Ortus is 1 intelligence higher than Callista and Grail.
No!
Betrayed by your own brethren.
Wait, does that mean Penny's the least intelligent, or?
No, you of this
We are
group of 4, you are the
great
most
bimbos.
intelligent by far.
Oh my goodness!
In fact,
oh my
you're
goodness.
the only person
Oh my
smarter than you in the
goodness.
whole party is Damien.
Guess what, Grill? We're great bimbos.
Smarter.
I love those. Okay. But yeah, so the forest is just a little bit ahead of you guys. You guys slowly approach it. Give it another rough hour or so. You guys finally arrive at more or less the forest's what's it called? The tree line. That's what it is. You guys arrive at the forest tree line. The cart definitely is not making it through like how thick some of this the tree line stuff is. It's pretty dense. There is a spot to like put your horses and such. But it's pretty dense further on in.
Okay.
Guess we have to leave the cart then.
Can Ortus pick up a horse and bring it with him?
Excuse me?
Why do you need to do that when we already have a pony?
They are unfortunately a little too unwieldy for a man like Ortus to hold. They might also kick your head off your shoulders. Yeah.
Aw.
You guys do have food for the horses and water and stuff like that, so you're able to lay that out if you would like to. Pretty much just making it so they stay in one place until you guys come back, assuming you guys do.
Can I
I have
lead
a
them?
question.
Hmm?
Oh.
Go ahead. question.
I was gonna ask, is like I almost said Hortus. Is Hortus a horse girl? Does he just really does he just really enjoy horses?
No, he just doesn't want to leave them here.
Oh, okay.
He's
Hortus.
just sweetie pie.
Okay, I was thinking it'd be really
Hortus.
funny if Ortus was like brushing the horse's mane, meanwhile his hair looks like a mess.
He showered earlier.
He did.
Oh yeah, he
clean.
did shower. He's de-stinkified.
T-stinkify.
Nobody can smell him coming. It's
Jesus
it's
Christ.
technical.
All right.
Is I know that you said the trees are dense,
Mhm.
but like the beginning of the tree line shouldn't be that dense, right? We can like
Yeah.
get the cart and the horses in there, and then can Penny kind of like what do we have? Yeah, I have 50 feet of hempen rope, so
Mhm.
I can like make a little corral for them, I guess.
Yeah, you can do that fairly easily.
And I guess, leave them there. Yeah.
Cool. You make this small corral for them. It's not super good, but it'll work for your purposes, especially with only 50 feet. And yeah, the rest of you guys see Penny just like slowly making this corral around these horses.
Do you guys have any like more rope so I can make it bigger? Because I mean, there's 2 of them. They should have like a little bit of space, you know?
Didn't you say you had 50 feet?
Yes.
That's a lot of rope.
Yeah, but with the trees in the way, I
Mhm.
would think it'd be nice to have more space.
Mhm.
Plus, one line of rope going all around is probably not good. Probably need
Or
more
just
than just one.
grab some out because he has some as well.
Cool,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, here you go, Penny.
100
okay.
feet of rope in total.
Yes. She's super fast, so runs around a whole bunch of trees.
Creates a nice little kind of just area for the horses
Easy
to
chain.
graze and move.
Correct.
They both just kind of like settled down after a few minutes, seeming rather content to just be there and wait.
Okay, Buttercup and Death Killer. We'll be back.
His name is Dissidence.
What?
One of them is my
renaming the
horse.
horses?
Oh, whoops.
One of them is my horse, right?
No, they're just two
they're
random
two
horses.
We left my horse behind. I have a horse, and we just
you
leave him
can
behind.
summon-
You have a horse?
Okay,
I told him this
time,
last session.
time
Not
out.
in game.
Time out. No.
I
Okay,
did.
listen, Grail. It's fine. You can just resummon your horse. That's how the spell works.
I know, but I'm just like we just just left it behind. It's not that I need it. It's just like, I have a
You
horse, and
haven't
we just went and got other
you
horses
haven't
instead.
even summoned it in game at all.
Didn't know. Penny didn't know.
Summoned
I mean,
it in
I
his head.
knew.
Sitting in the stables this whole time.
Sounds like a you problem. You should have brought it
Okay,
up.
so like it's definitely dead then because you abandoned the
Thought-
stables and then got locked in a prison for a week. Like, that horse is
It's being
gone,
taken
bro.
care of in the stables.
It is a spirit. It does not need to eat.
I
Pretty
was
sure, actually, it does.
accusing the wrong Esamir, apparently. Apparently Greel's the horse girl.
Yeah,
I think
apparently.
we've talked about this because you've accused me of being a horse girl before.
The absolute distraught anguish in Grail's voice. If you left my horse behind,
We left the horse. Yeah, you didn't bring it
left
up.
Dissidence behind.
You didn't bring it up.
I thought I did.
Outside of game, but I can't use that for what Penny
It was
knows somehow.
only out of game. Crap. I
Also,
completely
fun
forgot to
fact.
be another game.
Fun fact, I just checked the spell description. Nowhere in
Wait,
the
no.
Legacy Fine Steed spell does it specify the horse doesn't have to eat.
It says it's a spirit, so of course it doesn't
but
have to.
manifests.
Spirits don't eat.
It says it's a spirit, but it manifests as a physical horse.
It assumes the
real
form of a
thing.
steed.
Your
Yes,
steed,
it's
your steed
still
is
real.
being taken care of by a steed. Whatever the fuck the stable
Anyway.
hand
Is a
is called.
celestial, fae, or fiend? All right, so it's a fiend. It doesn't need to eat other than the souls of the innocent, so he is fine.
Jesus Christ! But yes, you have indeed left behind your horse.
No, I remember now. Penny wasn't paying attention when Grail was talking about this because she was thinking about the sending stone. Grail was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I have a horse," but she was like, "Hold on,
Real's
wait."
about to get a funny hat and a guitar and start singing about his horse.
Yeah. Oh well.
Good lord.
Rip.
Rip.
Oh, well, rip! What do you
Grail just
mean?
standing there, just being like, "Where's my horse?"
You didn't think your horse. Okay.
Oh, dissidence.
If you left dissonance in the stable, I'm sure a stable hand will take care of them.
Yeah, stable
And
hand's
charge
taking care of
you
it.
greatly for it.
And if you love them, let them go.
I could do something so funny and just summon him when no one's looking.
It's like, nah, you see her all the time.
Wait, I thought we only had 2 horses. Isn't one of? I don't think that one's ours. And I think there's this thing called mimics. I think we should just kill it.
Immediately
it from afar.
stabs Grail's horse.
No. Penny would be like, "Hey guys, look at what Mel taught me," and then fire.
Oh,
The smell of petrichor does not overwhelm the smell of burning horse.
anyways, yes. So, good God. Fuck me sideways. Okay, so yeah, you guys make the little pen full of horses. Grail realizes he didn't bring his horse with him. Whatever reasons that may be.
8 intelligence, by the way. Sorry, no, 9 intelligence, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, it's okay. You can say that you dropped 1 intelligence after that, buddy.
Yeah.
I'll take the extra
Consequences.
intelligence.
Oh,
That's
play
what a
into
full
strength.
day of traveling with Callista does to you.
Anyways, so
You weren't even playing I Spy.
Christ.
So are we looking for a cave or is it just inside the forest?
They say it was a ruins in the forest.
Ruins in the forest. Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
There's a forest ruins.
Well, lead the way,
but you're
Artus.
whiffing it. Someone would say I Spy something for getting.
Was that Callista? I think she
Hello?
died.
Uh-oh.
oh.
All right.
Thought
Not
he said it was
yet,
doing so well.
Callista. We're not even in battle. Callista.
All right. Yeah. But yeah, so you guys head a little bit deeper into the area. It's a relatively small forest, so it's not that much to explore. Takes you guys maybe half an hour at best to find it. Oh, hi, Callista.
Hello.
There you
I'm
are.
disconnected.
You know. But it takes you guys about 20 minutes. Takes about 20 to 30 minutes or so to find these ruins. But once you do find them, they're pretty obvious. Wait.
What?
Yeah. But it's fairly obvious once you guys do get there. It is completely overrun with fauna. But it's a pretty large stone area. It blends in pretty well with all the flora around because it is pretty much just dense greenery all around. But you guys do find it.
Yippee!
Well, I guess we go in,
Well-
right?
I think we're here.
Should we not check around first? Snoop.
Oh, yeah.
Probably.
reconnaissance of the area does often prove a viable strategy.
Okay.
The idea now that Griel is just trying his best to be smart, so when he says statements like that, he really sits there and thinks about it.
Shut up.
That's why he always speaks last.
Ortus is going to have a...
thinking about it.
That's why he doesn't start
No, he's
conversations.
got low
He only
intelligence. Don't
joins.
metagame.
Ortus is going to have a gander.
Okay.
Penny
Hey.
will as well.
Okay. So what are you guys doing specifically? Are you guys just like walking through the front door, looking around, or?
Just looking around, yeah.
Okay. You guys are seeing, again, mostly like flora. There's a lot of greenery. There's a lot of like broken pieces. The ruins themselves seem to be like a small, almost like castle building of sorts. It's quite large. It was clearly dedicated to be some kind of, I suppose, royal area to a degree. And it was probably that the forest grew over this place after a certain point in time. As to why or what, you guys no idea. This area itself, none of you guys recognize any aspect of it. No, the sigils that are there, no, like the markings that are there, even the craftsmanship is just a little bit like probably dwarven, probably like, human. You're not entirely sure what it is, and you're not entirely sure why you haven't heard of the place either. Like, it doesn't seem significantly old. Maybe like from the base of it, probably like 400, 500 years or so. So like well within working memory. But yeah, none of you guys know or have even heard anything about this place.
I feel like given it's to the north, and Grail is not, he's never really traveled to the north and only really been in Harmonious Haven for a few days. He probably would like be surprised that he doesn't know about it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, could we like draw or like trace the sigils in case anyone else in our party would know about it when we eventually get Damien back or re-meet up with Mel?
Smart. Yeah, you're more than welcome.
Hey, that's actually a good idea.
Yeah.
It's okay, someone has to be clever.
Your wisdom is coming in handy.
If only we had Damien.
But you guys are more than welcome to. You have obviously some like ink. You have like the paper on you. Making an impression of the sigils is not particularly difficult to do for any of you.
Okay, yeah.
You go. I will say real quick, all of you guys roll me a wisdom check real quick.
Ooh, no.
Just in general?
Yeah. Just a basic
Okay.
wisdom check. Not a save, just a check.
How's my wisdom again? Oh wait, it's up there.
Oh, let's go! Oh my goodness!
Hey. Very nice.
Wisdom check.
Could have been
Wait.
worse.
I can't live on my screen. I can't see.
Oh no.
Everyone else's checks. Oh, okay, there we go.
I have faith in you. You can do it. You're almost there. You could do it, Callista. Did she die again?
I don't know. You got this.
I think she might have died again.
Wah, wah.
Right before she clicks the button. Callista, no.
Us rolling crashed her internet.
All right, well, I will say with this currently, Penny and Ortus.
Woo!
Oh,
there you
she's
are,
back.
Callista. Right when I'm about to continue. All right.
Did I roll?
You did
I
not.
clicked it twice.
You can do it.
I am just that. I have to reload the page.
Oh no.
Yeah, to really keep
I
us in
just said-
suspense.
I'm just that emoji of the yellow emoji throwing its hands up and crying profusely while screaming. That's me whenever my Wi-Fi disconnects.
Good
Before it
lord.
just like completely evaporates.
Ability check. Normal. Yes. Thank you, nerd. And it wasn't even good.
It's better than
13's not
Grail.
bad. Yeah. So the only person this is
Callista's
going to affect
usually better than Grail.
is in fact Grail. As you guys are moving around, looking through the areas and stuff like that, Grail, you forget a very minor, unimportant information. Like pick something that is semi unimportant to you, but you would normally remember pretty well. Could be a name, could be a thing, could be something
Name
that
of that
happens.
weird air genasi in our party, I guess.
Yep. You.
No, don't lie. She's very important to you.
Yeah, well,
Very
we'll
Lives
go
in
with
his
that.
head
Actually, yeah,
rent-free.
we'll go with that. So yeah, Grail. When you look at
He
Callisto,
spent his law to me last session. You're like, no, I can't remember her name.
yeah.
What
So
the
so
hell?
Grail, when you look at Callisto, you cannot for the life of you remember what the fuck her name was. You just can't. Don't even remember what her name started with.
Rail is going to be immediately concerned by this because he does not normally forget names. Like, especially being on the battlefield, it's very important to understand the names of the people you're with to be able to quickly like give commands and just build camaraderie. So he's usually very good at this. So the fact that he is forgotten is immediately alarming. At the same time, he is prideful enough that he is not going to immediately say anything just on the off chance that there is nothing magical here and it's just a genuinely shocking absence of mind. So
Your brain is
he's
just
going to be very
like,
concerned.
am I
but
forgetting something, or is Callista just really, really annoying?
The forgetting. Hey, annoying.
my brain literally just blocked out everything to do with that air genasi over there. This is some kind of like PTSD response.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I'm going to be immediately sort of on guard. Like, I'm suspecting that there is foul play afoot, or at the very least something magical going on. Probably not going to say anything just yet.
Okay. Yeah. So
Does
you do mark
anyone
down.
notice that he's more frowny than usual?
I don't think you would probably show it, Grail.
I think if anyone is like really paying attention, they're going to see for the first time ever he's showing not signs of discontent or displeasure, signs of actual concern. Like, he's worried.
I'd say if you want to check that, Callista, you would roll an insight on him.
Okay.
See if you notice it.
Does a 22?
So as you are like,
I was going to say, I would set the bar for this to be like a 20 or something, just ridiculous, but fucking hell.
So agreed.
So I would say, like, while you're doing making the impressions of the different sigils and stuff, you like turn around to look at Grail to like do some kind of side off comment or like be like, oh, yeah, we can make impressions or shit, or hey, you know this, whatever the fuck comment you would make, and you stop for a moment because you see a look of genuine concern on his face, which you have never seen on him ever.
Well, that's new.
Have you noticed something?
Have you noticed something?
I bought these papers recently. I mean, they're new, but like, I didn't think you would notice.
For the clarification, Penelope.
Yeah. Do you want some? Like, you can.
Well, it would certainly help making the impressions, making the imprints. That would be very helpful. Yes, but I was more sort of asking if Greedle noticed. He kind of looks. Well, look at him. Something's wrong.
Yeah, I actually think he looks pretty, normal for him. I guess, the gray is kind of weird, but he hasn't been like sick.
What's wrong?
Oh.
Oh yeah, you're gray skinned too, aren't you?
She has regular skin, I believe.
Oh, you like gray in that picture.
Callista's are
You gray in your
pennies.
picture.
Callista, come
This one.
Callista
She's got
has
like grayish
has,
sort of skin there.
yeah, Callista has I would probably say like light grayish skin. It's a little bit off color, not quite as much as you do, but is closer to your skin than most humans' normal tans.
Again?
Oh,
Hey, there you are. Hi.
Hello there.
Welcome back.
The grey! Callista's also grey.
Not as much as Grail, right?
Yeah.
Grail's a whole
You're a
different.
much lighter shade. You're more like silver to Grail's ash.
Well, there you
Plus,
go.
I mean, you said you were an air genasi, and Penelope's kind of just, checking it up to that. Like, oh, air? Yeah, I guess air is like clear. So that makes sense.
Why is her skin not translucent?
Yeah.
Because that would be freaky.
That would be a water genasi.
Yeah,
I don't want to see my organs.
What are you seeing that's different? Are you okay? Maybe it's your eyes.
No, my eyes are actually very good.
Did
they're
something
quite
fly in them?
clean. No, I just noticed that, he has this extra sort of wrinkle above his eyebrows, which doesn't usually sew up. I guess I pay close attention to his wrinkles because I enjoy causing them.
I don't think it's very polite to point that out, but yeah, sure. Maybe,
Look
he's gained a wrinkle.
Look at him and tell me I need to be polite.
Rail is going to
Okay.
interrupt this entire conversation by just blurting out, I don't remember your name.
My name?
I'm Penny.
No, you, Penelope.
Yeah, that one's Penny.
You, Air Genasi.
Oh,
Remember
so
your name.
you remember my race, but not my name?
Understand why this is a concern. Something is wrong.
If you're having... Is this seriously a joke? You, curse my name every single day that you are in my presence. And now
I know
you
she
can't remember it.
I know she
You need
pointed
further
out you
proof
have
this is not a joke.
True,
Are you
you
gonna do
don't
it?
usually have a sense of humor.
Maybe he's getting
Once I
back at you
agree
for
with
the
you.
wrinkle comment.
Maybe he is petty enough for that.
I'm
You'd
not
think a man of his
petty.
stature would be above being petty, but apparently not.
Continue
with
cracking
that
jokes all
being-
you want, Air Genasi. Something is wrong. I'm trying to warn you.
My
And
name's
warn all of us.
Callista.
Yeah, and she
Uh,
floats.
stick
Do you
with
remember
me.
that?
Does this stick with me, DM?
It sticks with you for pretty much until the end of the word, and then it's gone. Like the moment you stop thinking of the word, it disappears.
so I have to be on his mind constantly, otherwise he forgets.
Can you repeat that?
Callista. It's common. It's. I'm saying this in common.
Yeah, no, I understand you. Ortiz, do you understand her?
Otus?
Oh no, he's gone too. That's what he
No,
wasn't
I've been
talking.
muted this whole fucking time.
Or just fucking grabbing a flamethrower. Motherfucker!
Why aren't you guys
I
listening to
was
me?
saying, hey, Grail, maybe we need to get some name tags for you.
Okay.
Do we need to
Who's
put
gonna
name
do the
tags on
Arcana
everyone?
check because I've got a -1 to it.
What are
As
we
much-
checking?
I know you are.
And
I know
an
you're
Arcana
mocking.
check on the ruins. I've got a -1 to.
Before that,
My bad.
I'm pretty
my
sure.
bad.
What was that, Grail?
I want to say, I know you are trying to mock me, but you've somehow come up with an actual good idea. LP, can you write down Genasi's name?
Um. I can
Oh my
provide
goodness.
the paper and the pencil. Here. Write your name. Because then it will be in your handwriting. And I think that's kind of cool.
Callista just looks entirely miffed, horrifically miffed at that, but writes her name down and just sort of sticks the name tag to her shirt. She like tucks it into one of the buckles on her shirt.
Can you read, Grail? Can you read it?
Can I read it?
You can indeed. Every time you look away from it, it disappears. But you can read it, it'll stick in your mind as long as you are looking at it.
All right. There's no doubt anymore. Something magical is happening. It appears I can only recall it as long as I am reading it. The second I look away, it disappears again. Something is magically modifying my memory. Of he's going to look back over at the name tag. Alista's name.
It's not me. I didn't do it.
Okay, so
You were never on trial, so your immediate claims of innocence are somewhat suspicious.
I couldn't do it, mate.
Yes, I know that.
I think Penelope and I are only two with the strongest magic at the moment, and this is more annoying to me than it is to Penny, but I don't think Penny would do this.
I wouldn't. That's why I said I didn't do it.
No, I do not either.
Would it have something to do with the symbols? I don't understand what they mean.
Can Penny
Malphite,
try
but
to understand the symbols?
In what way?
Just like, has she picked up anything from like the little amount of time she's been around Damien and how he does like his testing and stuff? Has she picked up
He
on
works with
anything like, oh,
symbols,
She
this
learned how to do it. She learned how to do a science.
Yeah, like this like in
Mhm.
our world, like let's say math,
Mhm.
you know, she has seen, oh, he does, that, and in the middle thing is like a plus sign, like just a tiny bit.
Okay.
Like, oh, that means something.
As to what the sigils are, no. In terms of how they might connect with one another, roll me a perception check.
Like if it's just writing like a story in a book that's on the walls, or is it
Mhm.
writing as in like magic, I guess? Not, I guess, what magic it is,
Yeah.
if it is.
Yeah, roll me a perception check.
Okay. Perception's horrible, you guys. Let's go. Hey, it's not horrible.
13's not bad.
yeah, it's pretty good.
As you're looking at it, it's hard to decipher what it might be. Like you're trying to like line up the runes, trying to see whether or not like the sigils match up with each other, or if it's like a progressive story, like glyphs or
Trying to
anything
channel
like
my inner
that.
Damien.
Yeah, you're not really getting anything from it. Some of the sigils are just really, really old. Some have been a little bit more worn away with time. There doesn't seem to be any real connection between all these different runes, at least on the outside of the runes so far. At least from what you can see.
I did not prepare to detect magic. God damn it.
Yes, exactly.
I
The
think
person.
it's either Mel or Damien that have detect magic, right? And they're not.
could have had it prepared.
Yes. Both of those people.
Just for some reason did not even consider the fact that the ruins we are traveling to may be magical.
Dun,
Callista
dun.
also
I
has
blame-
detect
that's
magic,
actually
which she
Oling,
didn't
yeah.
do.
I didn't have it
Oling
prepared.
character.
Yeah, I don't have it as a prepared spell.
Oh, I love that.
I thought Grail would have
I blame-
it because he had it that one
blame
time.
-1. I blame my -1 wisdom. Do you have
Okay.
prepared? I have Fired Steed prepared at least if we really need to summon dissonance.
Fire
Okay,
Sea is a ritual spell.
I don't have ritual casting.
You do. Oh no, you're a paladin. Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah, paladins do not get it naturally.
Wait, do they not?
No, I
think
looked
they
into
do know.
this.
Well, sucks to be you, I guess.
I'll just
um,
punch the wall.
I get to do other cool stuff
Oh,
like
no.
smack people
Wait,
in the
I'm
name
sorry.
of-
Wait,
No,
hold on.
no,
Wait,
no,
wait, wait,
no,
hold on.
no.
Wait, hold on.
Gosh.
You're
Oh,
punching the
no.
wall.
Can Autos punch the wall?
Yes. Roll me a wisdom save.
The question is not can Ortus punch the wall. It is should he punch the wall. The
No,
Oh,
no,
answer
no,
is
no, you
okay.
probably
no.
shouldn't do that.
If you decide to, roll me a wisdom save.
And he just sees him
Nah,
winding
you
up.
said wisdom. Nah.
okay. Right. So we know that these ruins, or something about the sigils, we know something about that is messing with specifically Griel's memory. I feel like we should hurry up and do whatever we need to, because I don't know if we can identify what's causing it. So we should just try to do our business as quickly as possible here before we all start forgetting.
Yeah, that's true.
Perhaps-
That's
Yeah,
Perhaps
might-
before all of
it
that.
might be a good idea.
Before all of that. How far into the dungeon are we?
You guys are outside.
the entrance.
Yeah, I was gonna say we
Oh,
haven't
wait,
even
we-
started.
oh, shit.
Y'all haven't walked in at all.
Yes.
Oh shit, I somehow thought we'd walked in. Alright.
We were observing.
Or anything else, I think we should travel back to where our horses are. See if this effect persists. Disappears, then I have significantly less concerns. As it tells us it's a localized phenomenon. However, if it persists no matter how far we move, then we may have to reconsider traveling here in the first place.
Okay,
You're
I'll
right,
lead the way.
You guys head back to where your horses are. They seem to be just kind of chilling. It takes about 10-ish minutes of you guys just kind of waiting there, but eventually, Grail, you look at Callista's name tag, you look away, and it stays. So you are able to remember her name. Takes a little bit, but you are able to remember it now.
Not sure if I'm glad or disappointed that I am once again able to remember Callista's name.
Yeah, you say
Right.
that, but I saw that look of concern when you forgot it.
I merely realized I would have a significantly harder time coming back if I did not have your name memorized.
Mm-hmm. The banter is fun and all, but we probably figure out what's going on with those ruins.
Okay, we gotta go fast.
No, it is a magical effect of sorts.
Okay, I am awful
Also,
with Arcana.
To double check something,
I'm not
Uh,
horrible.
I realized it was different circumstances, but we made a wisdom check
Mhm.
in there initially, but then Ortus was going to have to make a wisdom save when punching.
Yes.
So it is still just like wisdom checks for us, though.
Yes.
All right.
So
Wait,
Gruner's
going back-
screwed.
It is good you caught on to that because I have to think about that one. But yes, it was a wisdom save. I was going to have Ortus roll.
Oh.
Specifically check because my wisdom saving is drastically better than my wisdom check.
Yeah, your
This is
wisdom
unfortunate,
check
but the
was
way
the
it is.
original that I was having you guys do, and that's on purpose. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, well, shall we go back then? Get the medal, get out?
I don't see why not.
We should, but we
Yes,
should
we'll
be
go as
much
fast
more
as we can.
careful this time.
I mean, I don't know how much more careful we can be. We didn't do anything.
But we must have missed something.
Okay,
Careful's my middle name. Trips over a forget branch.
carefully
Jesus.
trips over a branch. Okay, as we walk back, Penny's gonna try and just like concentrate on magic. See
Okay.
if she can like, I don't know, feel it when it changes.
Yeah.
Smart. Okay. You guys
Thank
get
you,
back to
Penny.
the entrance. Do you guys immediately go in, or you just don't stick out there for a little bit? What are you guys doing?
Penny
Oh,
said she was sort of trying to feel out where it starts or something, right?
If she can. I don't know
Okay.
if that's possible.
So far, nothing has kind of maneuvered its way towards you, Penny. Magically speaking.
Nothing's changed for me that I can feel. So I guess we can go in.
Yeah.
Hmm?
I would like to cast Locate Object and describe source of the magic that is causing me to forget.
Interesting, huh? Okay,
I
object.
was smart enough to bring Locate Object, thinking that I would need to locate the metal.
Smart.
Not expected to be used to this, though.
Well, as long as you've.
so you're
If it is
locating
an
the magic
object.
source, but you can't locate your horse.
Okay.
Summon my horse if I wanted to. I can do one better.
Cannot locate an
Summon it
object
on
if any
top of
thickness
Callisto.
of lead or even a thin sheet blocks it. Oh, is that just a thin sheet of lead? Okay. So that doesn't matter. That's a very weirdly specific statement there, but all right.
Unless it's
Sense the
something
object's
nuclear.
location. as
If
long
you
as
feel like
can-
that's something that I wouldn't be able to do as a character, then I'm happy to either reword it or not do that at all.
It would not work because it is not familiar to you.
You gotta be like affected by
Hmm.
it like 5 more times.
Yeah.
Whatever the object, or if there even is an object that is doing it, the object itself is not one that is familiar to you. You don't know what it is. Locate object specifically states that you need to describe or name an object that is familiar to you.
It's fair enough. So would that mean that I cannot cast it at all, or I cast it and nothing happens?
You can choose. If you want to use the spell point, you can.
I mean, if I won't do anything, then I suppose I will not cast it. Don't
Yeah.
have too many level 2 slots.
You would feel that basically it just wouldn't work. You can like feel you don't know what the object is. So you basically would just kind of shut down the spell before you even use it.
Fair enough.
Hmm.
All right. That was worth a shot at least. In that case, would it work on the metal that we are looking for? Would metal count as something I'm like familiar enough with, or would this being specific metal mean that I'm not able to do it on that either?
You are looking. I believe you guys are looking specifically for the group of adventurers' armor, correct? At the moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm thinking my logic is like if it's been described to us.
Yeah, you will have gotten
if we've
a
been
very
described it.
vague description from Boren. So a decent description, and then you also know what, conceptually the object of their armor is. So you would be able to locate that. Yes.
Okay. In that case, before entering the dungeon, I would like to use locate object to try and track down that armor then.
Okay. It is fairly deep within the dungeon, but you do have a specific marker on it now.
All right. I suppose I'll just say that to the rest of the party then.
Mhm.
Right. I've got a marker on where the armor we're looking for is. Given that this place seems to be dangerous, at least magically, see if we can make directly to where we need to go, get in and out before we offer any other adverse consequences.
Okay, lead the way, unless you want to, Ortuz.
I'm right. Krail, go ahead.
Cool.
Grail will start leading the way then.
Cool.
He does actually just know exactly where it is.
Mm-hmm.
I
So
don't think anyone else can see the results of locate.
as you guys get past this little entrance here that you guys can see, as you get past the little entrance, there is basically like a small stairwell that leads pretty much straight down. It seems to have a very small amount of light, though you're not really sure what's causing it. It might be, the moss or whatever it's on the wall. But after a certain point, it just starts getting a little bit brighter. You guys start heading down there. It takes a little bit to actually, start heading down there, looking around the stuff. It's very relatively small stairwell, probably around 2 grails in width. But Grail does have to like hunch a little bit.
We'll use anything except the metric system.
Yeah, I know. But Grail and Ortiz both have to hunch a little bit to not bang their head on the top of the stair. As you guys are heading down there, and you get past where the sun's able to shine, all of you once again roll me a wisdom check.
Oh boy.
If any of you are touching the walls, it's a save.
Uh-oh.
Let's go. I'm rolling so good today.
God damn.
No, it got the 1!
But Ortiz, that's an intelligence check.
Oh shit! God damn it!
Oh.
Yep.
Ah,
So close.
Oh, we have to ignore a
Damn it.
20. Oh, you poor man.
oh.
Oh.
Now it's halved. Jesus.
That hurts. Okay. Ortiz, pick something of relative unimportance to you.
Ooh.
Something that you usually have in your head, usually just is something you can just pull out whenever you need to, but it's relatively unimportant.
Would him having clothes be like he just constantly thinks he's naked?
You know what? That works.
I love the implication that the clothes are relatively unimportant to Ortus.
Oh, this is in a streaker error? What?
God.
I mean, I guess that explains the no belt pants almost falling off.
He just covers his
So
waist.
you guys are heading down the stairs, and Ortiz, as you're all heading down the stairs, you just kind of forget you have clothes on. You don't feel them. You don't really think about them. I mean, if you look down, you can obviously see them, but every time you look up, it's just gone. You just
He
don't feel them.
he is not phased by this.
Fair enough. You feel gentle breeze. But no.
When people look at him though, he will cover like himself down there.
Oh my goodness.
So what, we like turn to talk to him and he just
Christ.
covers?
It's fucking wild. Okay.
What are you doing?
Good lord. You head down all the stairs, and it's a decently long journey, maybe like 5, 10 minutes or so, just going down the stairs. I'm assuming every now and again y'all look back and you see Ortiz and he just like moves his hands down just to kind of like cover a little bit. I'm assuming that doesn't really phase most of you as it's Ortiz.
I just think he's adjusting.
Yeah.
Eyes are up here.
But you guys eventually get down to the bottom of this area. At the bottom down here, you can tell, Grail, that the armor is still quite a bit further ahead and quite a bit lower still. There seems to be multiple floors to this ruins. Probably if it was like a castle keep or something of that sort, there's probably like layers to it. From what you can tell, it doesn't seem to be more than like a floor below you or so, but is still below you to a degree. The area you're in currently is a small stone room. It doesn't seem to be a whole lot here. I appreciate that, Trisha. And I'm talking a lot. But there doesn't seem to be a whole lot here. Most of the stuff that might have been here, like barrels or, other goods, probably was taken away a long time ago, either pillaged or scavenged after a while. There's a couple of different rooms that you can see from your left to your right. There's one in front of you. There's what appears to be a hallway directly to your left that has a lot of different stone statues of sorts, which are all in remarkably good shape. Everything else in this room is covered in moss or plant life or something of that sort. A lot of the moss is glowing as well. But all these statues are like pristine almost, like the day they were made.
Oh my goodness,
That's
above
horribly
game.
great.
I think I know what's going on here,
Oh.
which is fantastic. Because I usually don't understand anything outside of the
The
game.
begetter name.
I actually do not know what is going on right now, other than the fact that these
neither.
things being perfectly pristine is something I think even Grail would just attribute to magic.
Oh, did Penny feel anything when we had to make a save?
That's a good question. Yes. As you all had to make the save, and yeah, Penny, you flying colors on that. You did feel what is best described as a pulse of energy that moved through the area.
Oh, I felt something. I think maybe that is what caused you
What
to
do you
forget it.
feel?
It was kind of like, you know about water because you like fishing. It was kind of like when a wave goes over
I'm
you.
aware of water, yes.
I was talking to Callista.
I think Grail is like shocked that Penny has for the first time ever snapped. Like he's actually just taken
Meow.
aback. He's like, wait, did she just yell at me?
Yeah.
Like he's just in so much shock that he's just going to like completely step back and stop talking.
You mess with the tiger and you get the claws there, Griel.
But yeah, so it's like
Silence
it
there,
was like
Genasi.
no, he's just. Did you forget again?
Oh, that one was a choice.
Oh, because I was just about to say that would make sense because I felt the wave.
So, has anyone
You
forgotten
guys don't
anything
know.
else?
Wait, what did you say, Callista?
Has anyone forgotten anything else?
I don't think so. Grail?
Nothing. I was going to say not that I can recall, but perhaps that exemplifies the problem.
That's true.
Okay.
We
Nothing
wouldn't know.
noticeable.
So, do you think the pulses and waves are coming at? Does it mean we have a certain amount of time between them?
I'll keep track.
Okay, thank you. There's I'd like to do an insight check, but I feel like it'd be more Arcana, but I'm so dog at Arcana.
Tell Penny. Penny knows a little bit of Arcana.
True, you are much more a magic woman than me.
Above game, I put proficiency into it.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh
I forgot what I
my.
put proficiency into.
It's the little check mark.
Oh, I put into wisdom and charisma.
Mhm.
The fuck was I on about for charisma?
Yeah, what were you thinking?
So for all your base stats, those are based off of your race, if I recall correctly.
Oh.
And then all your attributes on the left side, insight, medicine, perception, and survival, all based on choices you've picked from your
okay, yes.
class and
That
background.
makes sense.
Mhm.
That would explain why my insight is crazy. Can I quickly do like a perception check on those statues because they're freaking me out?
Absolutely. What are you trying to gain from the perception check exactly?
Why they clean? Everything mossy.
Statue clean when everything.
Is she dead?
Oh no, I think she did.
Oh,
While
no.
Callista's looking at the statues, Penelope's gonna turn around and be like, "What about you, Artus? Did you forget anything?"
Where are you?
Oh,
Oh, I'm back. Okay.
Did you forget anything? Where are you? My clothes.
Oh wait, you guys heard that?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys want to carry on with what you were doing, or do you want me to do my thing?
We're still learning what a hot mic means.
We'll do your thing real quick. What are you trying to gain from this insight exactly?
If the statues are kept like pristine via magic, or
Mhm.
if it's because they move or like have any sort of scuff marks at joints or whatnot.
Smart. Okay. Yeah, roll me insight.
Because if these things jump us, I am going to shit myself.
Am I?
Damn. All right.
I'm inciting.
So you're trying to tell, like, you're really looking deeply at like the joints, trying to see if they're moving, like if they are going to move. You're inciting like their body shapes and their general forms, trying to gain any insight as to what these statues are. As you're looking at them, they are certainly solid stone. They are polished solid stone. To polished to a degree that they no longer look properly stone-like. Is a smooth finish that is eerily similar to flesh. Just very, very, very smooth, very like gently made. They definitely don't move. There's no creases. There's no like marks. There's no fuller bits. There's nothing. They definitely don't move to the best of your ability to tell. Whether this was they're polished because of stone or because of like stonework or because of arcane magic or something of that sort, you have no idea. But they definitely don't move, and they are very weird. What is that word for uncanny valley? They give you a very uncanny valley feeling.
Well, I have good news. They look creepy as hell, but I don't think they walk.
I didn't think they would. But thanks.
You weren't concerned that the human statues would perhaps walk?
Well, it didn't cross
better?
my mind. No, I didn't think about that. They're statues. Why would they move?
You know, Penny, let's just keep going.
I'll just keep concentrating.
Fair.
Thank you.
Concentrating on the magic thing.
Mm-hmm. So far, you're
But
not feeling
before that,
anything.
Ortuz, did you forget anything?
As he turned on, he quickly covers himself. No.
Okay.
Are we gonna? Or Tooth, what you doing that for, buddy?
I don't have any clothes on. I'd rather not you guys see my bits.
Or Tooth, could you look down at your chest for me real quick and tell me what you see?
Oh, clothes.
You look up, John.
And can you look me in the eyes now and then tell me what you saw?
Okay, I guess we figured out who was affected this time.
Right.
Is
No,
he
Ortuz
affected, or is
thinks
this just Ortus being Ortus?
Maybe it's a male thing.
Usually he does have his tummy out. He likes to sell a bit of midriff, but I'm pretty sure, you know, he doesn't usually go completely bare cert.
Not a nudist.
No, he's not normally.
Not normally. Is there something you're not telling us, Callista?
He said he thinks he did.
This is just like,
moving.
wow, you should have a lot of experience with a man like or two.
Jesus Christ.
Every time he looks down, he just goes, oh!
Every time he looks down, he's like, where are my clothes at?
Because he sees it in there and he goes, oh!
Ooh, surprise, I'm dressed up.
All right.
When did
so
that happen?
where you guys wanted to go?
I'm concentrating just on the magic. I'm not
Mhm.
leading. Penny would not. After the sewers, Penny's not leading anywhere anymore.
That's fair. New clip where Toos forgets his clothes.
Is Ortiz leading at this point, or is he just scared?
No, he does not want his butt to be in the wind.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if he walks in front of us, will he, like, have his hands behind him covering his bum?
Oh, good lord.
Oh my goodness.
Anyways, so yeah.
Grail knows
Ortiz,
the way.
you know where the location is, Grail, is a floor below you and probably around 400, 500 some feet.
Yeah, I'll probably relay this to the party just so everyone's on the lookout for like a general path that leads there, because obviously
Mhm.
dungeons can be sort of maze-like,
Yeah.
labyrinthian. Everyone's sort of on the lookout for some way to descend another floor.
Mhm. Yeah.
And yeah, I'll just continue also doing that myself, looking for any kind of path downwards, I suppose.
Okay. There are a couple paths you can take. To your left is a hallway with a whole bunch of stone statues. In front of you appears to be, I would probably say, almost like a cave-in kind of a situation. It's a whole bunch, like a corner of the room, like fell down, basically, just like crashed to the ground. Who knows how long ago? It's covered in dust and moss. There's a lot of blue mushrooms all over the area, by the by. There's the glowing mushrooms. They're just kind of spread out around the area. Every time you guys step, it just kind of spreads out in a wave of light, which lights up the area. But on the wall specifically, just kind of coating a lot of them, it's just a whole bunch of weird, like, blue mushrooms that are about
Well-
fist size or so.
Well, now you know what I gotta do.
Oh, God. But,
Like some for Damien.
in
Can I try
the
to pick some mushrooms for Damien?
but inside the room with the like half collapsed corner, you do see like some kind of figure. It looks like maybe like someone in armor, some form of like knight, something like that, who is more or less crushed under it, at least from best that you can tell from your current spot. Although the armor doesn't look normal to you. At least from this distance, you're not sure why. And then to your right is not just a wall, but it has a corroded plaque kind of sunken into the wall that's just covered with like roots, moss, and all kinds of other stuff.
Hmm.
Okay.
And
So
Callista,
we
you
will
want to investigate these
pick
mushrooms?
mushrooms for Damien. Yep.
All right. You walk
I
up
do
to
not
it.
know if they could help with his alchemy stuff, so I'm just gonna gather.
So
Forage.
what are you doing exactly with these mushrooms? Like you walking up to them and trying to pick them, or you like pulling out a knife and slashing? What are you doing?
I'd probably use a knife because I
Okay.
don't know what kind of mucked up mushrooms these are. I don't know if they've got like a vice grip on these rocks.
So you walk up to this mushroom. As you do so, it kind of like opens a little bit, just a little bit. And you lean towards
Oh.
it, trying to like cut it and stuff, and then poosh, you just get slapped in the face by a massive cloud of spores.
Sense.
As you do so, and everyone
Delightful.
sees, you just get absolutely smothered by these spores and stuff. You lose consciousness immediately.
Oh,
Oh,
Uh,
Shit.
In your mind, however, you don't realize you've lost consciousness. Basically, you just straight up, you get hit by the spores and you fall over, just slamming your entire body into the ground. If anybody wants to, they can roll a dexterity check or to see if they catch her, if you guys would like to.
Yes, please. I'm like right beside her,
Yes.
I
probably.
got shroomed.
Shroom. Yeah, feel free to roll a dexterity
I've been
check to
shroomed.
see if you guys can catch her completely off guard.
I'm rolling.
Mhm.
Oh, let's go.
Hey, no
What?
way.
Holy shit!
Oh my goodness.
No
we both
way.
did it.
Double 20!
My goodness.
I'm better than you.
Wow, you guys really love Callista. Holy shit.
I'm just right beside her. I assume Grail's in front and Orthus is in the back since we all looked back at Orthus.
Yeah, so as she walks up to this mushroom, the both of you like kind of have her in like your peripheral vision stuff. Like Grail's looking around the room a little bit. She gets fucking puffed in the face by mushrooms, and you both of you at the exact same time with the reflexes of a goddamn god turn, rush towards her, and both of you basically just like grab her before she's able to hit the ground. And you guys both like look at each other, like your eyes meet, and you're just like, huh.
Sorry, I didn't know you actually like really liked her like that.
Congratulations on rescuing her by yourself. Grail is going to go back to looking around.
He'll try to act nonchalant after that.
Just kind of like passes her off to Penny, just like, yep, all right, job's done.
You're
Penny will
lucky
remember this.
Callista wasn't conscious, otherwise she'd be teasing the hell out of him.
Don't worry,
Jesus.
Penny's gonna tell her when she wakes up.
That's not
Yeah,
how the
knight in
second in
shining
command is
armor.
supposed to go. To obey orders.
You didn't give me an order not to tell.
Oh, the absolute most perfect rolls. Yeah,
Read between
so
the lines.
so inside Callista's mind, Callista, you're walking up to the mushrooms, and it puffs you in the face. Your brain doesn't properly comprehend what just happened exactly. And so you go from like, and this makes total sense to you. 100%, this is not out of the ordinary in any way, shape, or form. This is like, you walk up to the mushrooms, you walk away, kind of a, my brain just interprets this properly. So you get hit by the mushrooms, and you are now in a massive battlefield. You are surrounded at all sides by fucking hordes of orcs, of Goliaths. There's a dragon above you, fucking breathing down fire everywhere you can see. There are arrows flying down. You are like blocking it with like shields and shit. You don't know how you're doing all this because these are not weapons you're used to, but it just kind of flows for you. You know, you're just kind of like, yeah, okay, kind of a thing.
Oh, great. I'm having war flashbacks that aren't mine.
For some reason, this does make sense to you. What is your brain wanting you to do in this battlefield?
Do I still remember the mushrooms? Am I still like thinking, hey, where's my mushroom gone?
To you, your brain basically
mind.
just said, "Oh, I was just looking at mushrooms. Now I'm in a war battlefield. This makes sense. Yeah, no, I'll go back to the mushrooms when this is done. Like it just makes sense to you."
I guess I check my armor to see what side I'm on, and then I go marauding or whatever.
So like you look down for a second, although weirdly enough, your head doesn't move. It's a very strange out-of-body experience for you. But you look down for a second, and you see you are buff as fuck. You would put Orthus to shame. You look like you bench press cows for fun.
Okay.
You are huge. You tower over other people around you. You are arguably speaking 10 feet tall. So you like, this is a weird height difference for you, but you are literally looking down at people running up to you. You're basically grabbing some and just yeeing them to the side and shit, punt kicking a couple gnomes. Your armor is incredible. You have like really thick I don't know, almost full plate, but it's like melded together with a lot of different leather and stuff. So it looks like you should be in like cold winter territories. And the area around you, the battlefield you're in, there is like a good helping of snow falling from the sky. So he's clearly in cold armor. You're clearly wearing some kind of helmet, although you're not really sure what kind. You don't know who you are, if that makes sense. You know you're Callista, but you don't know who you are. You just don't really know. But again, just kind of processes for you.
Do I have any symbols on like my armor or the shields that I carry? And if so, do they look anything like the sigils we saw earlier?
That's a good question. You do. On your chest, on your shield, and even on the handguard of your sword, which by the way is damn near as big as Ortus's sword. And you're holding it with one hand easily. They all have the same sigil that you found outside on the walls. Most of the people around you that appear to be on your side have the exact same symbol. A lot of the enemies, they either have no symbol, they have an ulterior symbol, or they have like some kind of colors or something of that sort. And they are like, it's a slaughter fest between both armies.
Okay. So is it's a symbol and not a language?
It appears so, yes.
Okay. That's annoying. Cool. I guess I ate my peas and I ate my veggies, and now I'm a big boy.
Ate your spinach straight from the
I
can.
did. Popeye.
All right. Yeah, so you basically just slaughter shit.
Yeah.
In your head, as you're like, tossing people around, you get stabbed a few times, but it's like you're not feeling it. You see the stab, you see the sword go through you, you see the arrow plunge into your shoulder and shit like that, but you don't feel it. It's like watching a first person shooter and stuff like that. It's just there. But as you're doing so, as you're like throwing people around, your head turns around and looks back, and you do in fact see the ruins you're in, but a full-on castle, a full-size castle and shit. Is massive and it's huge. And as you look back on it, and in your head, you kind of hear a second voice, but not quite. And it simply says, if she was here, this battle wouldn't have happened. But she is not, and I refuse to let them trample on that which I love. And then he turns back and just continues the fucking slaughter, basically.
Okay. That is interesting. How?
Is there anything that you would be like maybe looking for, or looking at, or anything of that sort before we move off?
I'm just trying to think about that right quick. I don't think I could glean any more. Oh, well, I guess I could speak. Could I speak to, like, the other soldiers on my side?
Doesn't seem like you're able to. Whenever you, air quote,
Dang.
open your mouth, nothing comes out. You do randomly hear him, like, yell or scream or curse or something as, like, he's stabbing someone, or, like, a combat or something of that sort happens.
Okay. So I'm not in control of the body, I'm just a passenger in it. Okay. Yeah, I think that's about all I'm doing then. Because
Cool.
I don't.
So you're probably unconscious for around 5 to 10 minutes, and in your head you're like, this is a war. This is like a massive battlefield kind of thing, and it lasts for much longer in your head. What you guys doing, Ortuz, Penny, and Grail, for about the 5-10 minutes that she's unconscious? Are you dragging her somewhere with you? Are you waiting for her to wake up? Are you bridal style carrying her? What are you guys doing?
Well, at the very least for the start, I'd like to go investigate that person who's under the collapsed rubble, who's got the interesting armor.
Okay. Yeah, so while she is pretty much while you've left her in Penny's care to make sure she's not, breaking her skull, you walk over to, this other room. It's a completely closed off room, so it doesn't seem like there's any branching paths out from there. But you do walk over to it and you look at them. Their armor is completely blank. There is no identifiable like crest, name, symbol, anything like that. Most people have like something in their armor. The armor also, weirdly enough, is stone and metal. It looks like stone, but when like you tap on it, it's like clearly metal to some degree. Every bits and pieces of it have now like turned into stone somehow. But it's definitely like weird. And the air quote body that's inside the armor that you can tell, completely stone, 100%. Their hand, their right hand, which is the arm that's not crushed, is holding something. It's like closed around something.
All right. So before I check the hand, before I follow the very obvious plot thread here, does the amount of rubble? Okay, two things here. First, does the armor look like something a human would be able to wear? Because you're saying it's like part stone, and this guy is also like completely stone.
Mm.
Actually, before I even go there, does it look like this is? Does it look like this was a decorative sort of like statue? Like, is this a statue wearing decorative armor, or is there some kind of sign that this was once a person who has been turned to stone by some kind of magic?
It definitely looks like it's more along the lines of a person who got turned into stone. It doesn't look like it's a like statue. Well, obviously it's stone, but it has like very detailed facial structure and stuff. It's a very, very detailed face, very lifelike. And the armor definitely does not look decorative. It looks like a properly used armor. There's like, especially as a warrior or a soldier, there are some markings on especially used armor that is very, very easy to tell that it's taken into battle. Usually this is dents, this is grooves, this is like craters and stuff in pieces of the armor that just, you can buff it to some degree, but it never quite goes away. Unless obviously you take like a blacksmith and you reforge that portion, but that's a lot of money. There are telltale signs of that in the stone, which definitely, you know for a fact stone cannot be cratered like that without cracking.
Okay, so that would probably answer my next question, which is that does this look like the armor itself was also subject to whatever this curse was?
Mm-hmm.
In that case, are there any similarities between this person and the statues that we passed?
Some, namely the fact that it is extremely lifelike, and their flesh, their stone flesh, is incredibly polished. Aside from the bits that are actively being crushed under the rock, that's basically dust at this point. Although it does seem like you can't pull him off from under the stone. For some reason or another, it does seem like something was caught under there, so it would be very hard to pull it out. So it's not entirely stone. But yeah.
All right. Final question before I go for the hand.
Mhm.
Character know anything about basilisks?
Uh,
You'll be familiar with the concept of a basilisk.
You would be familiar with the concept of them. You're familiar with a couple of like cockatrices and other things that do stone-based paralysis. You would know stories of them. They're not super common though.
All right. Okay. Keep that in mind then. And for the big reveal, what is he holding?
So you touch his hand, pretty much as like trying to open it up a little bit. Weirdly enough, as you open it up, it doesn't act like stone. It opens up like a hand does. It doesn't crack, it doesn't break, you're not snapping anything, it opens. As you do so, you feel an incredible wave, just a pulse of intense sorrow absolute sadness that just like feels almost like an actual weight upon your shoulder. Penny, you can also feel another pulse kind of seems to be starting up. And as you look at it, is a holy symbol, one that you're vaguely familiar with because Callista and Penny, or not Callista, Penny, Callista and Mel both have one since they're clerics. I believe also paladins have most of the time holy symbols to a degree. You are familiar with like the style of symbol that is often used. Anything can be a symbol to a degree as long as you put enough worth and aspect into it. But a lot of people tend to use like symbolia to wherever they pray to, wherever they have gods. This is completely unrecognizable. It's very much so eroded, but you can definitely tell and feel some of the power that used to lie in this holy symbol. And as you feel that incredible quantity of sorrow, it's a very quick and brief, just like slam into you. You also hear in your head a gentle, quiet, sad whisper, which says, "We were promised remembrance." And then it fades and sorrow disappears.
Interesting. Is there anything else about this holy symbol that I can recognize? Any kind of inclination about who it's in worship to, or anything I can glean about the history of this place, this person from the symbol?
Roll me a investigation check or a history check, whichever one you have higher.
I'm gonna say, could I convince you for religion, but that's exactly the same as my history.
Religion could also work if
my
you want to do religion.
In my investigation, they are all exactly -1. Phenomenal.
Wow.
I want to just roll religion, since it does not matter in the slightest.
I also
Wow,
just
no.
realized I gave you 3 intelligence rolls. All right, yeah, 2.
Yeah.
This thing is
I have proficiency
pretty
in
much
none.
completely unrecognizable. There is every telltale sign that you could conceive of that would be here is eroded or just like chipped away or just broken down. It's clearly a holy symbol. You just have absolutely no idea what kind.
Right. I'll leave it at that then.
Now, Artus and Penny, what have you guys been doing while Grail's doing this?
At first, when he leaves her with Callista, she's like, Callista. She's just starting to shake her. And then she gets increasingly more worried. Like, it's a drastic increase.
Okay.
Callista!
Oh, sorry. I went to go blow my nose again.
Oh, you're fine.
Yes.
She means the character.
I'm awake again?
No. She's attempting to wake you up with her voice.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
And she's starting to freak out because you're not waking up.
Finally, we had someone who was good at healing. Finally, we had people who can cure ailments.
I know, right? Yeah,
Oh,
Artus,
that'd be so
you're...
useful.
Yeah, Artus,
Sorry,
you're
best
watching...
I can do is cure wounds.
you do also have
gonna
lay on hands, which can cure poisons, I believe. If I recall correctly.
grab Callista by the collar
Mhm.
and shake her as hard as he can.
Oh my god.
Hey, that's what Penny was doing. She was shaking her.
Like Penny
It's
starts
like
shaking
Grill is
her,
built
and her
like a
her
brick
head
shit
bobs a
house.
little bit. Artus sees this, and his first thought is, "That sounds like a smart plan." Grabs like Callista by the shoulders and just starts like fucking flinging her around, like shaking her side to side, trying to get like any form of reaction from her. I assume you don't do this for a full 5 minutes, but you're more than welcome to if you want to.
No,
Sure.
Penny would
Well,
stop.
into a
No,
situation.
I'm
no.
like a headache and a sore spine.
Okay.
Artus, no, not that hard. No, stop. Just put her down. Put her down. Put her down.
Okay, alright. No, I was gonna announce to slap her.
I do think Damien was going to give us some health potions before we left.
Mhm.
But I don't know how many.
I assume one per person at the moment.
Can Ortus healing hands?
I think you're a fighter,
Callisto?
aren't you?
Asmar, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, right. ASMR has the thingamabob one. I always forget ASMRs have a thing. Let's see.
Wait, where is it?
Healing hands. It's in your features.
Oh, yeah.
This one, unlike Lay on Hands, only heals hit points. Lay on Hands is a paladin spell, allows you to, I believe, cure ailments. I could be wrong, hon. Lay on Hands. Yeah, cure one disease or neutralize one poison. So, Grail in theory could help with that.
In theory.
In theory.
Don't you love her? Come here and heal her.
Grail would probably not be that concerned.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know, he would not. If she's breathing, then he's not that concerned about her current state and would rather reserve resources because shit's fucky in this dungeon.
Yeah, she is breathing, although is extremely shallow. It's like being in a very, very deep sleep. But it is consistent and her heartbeat is consistent.
Grail, I think you might need to give her mouth to mouth.
Why are you doing
I'm going to
this,
pretend
man?
that you did not say that.
Penny's
Your
gonna
sake.
use
Trying to curse Callista.
Penny's gonna use prestidigitation to just make like a strong smell. You know, like kind of like smelling salts.
Others can do that without prestidigitation.
Just do how Ortus smelt before he showered.
Oh god. I just try to wake you up here. Callista, as you're like in your dream state, you do feel like an inkling of what they're doing to you. Your shoulders kind of hurt ever slightly, a little bit, dull ache. You're smelling something very, very strange, but it doesn't quite process for you. She doesn't seem to react all that much, Penny, to the movements.
Just smelling Ortus again.
Just smelling that sewer once more.
Not the sewer.
Yeah. A couple minutes would pass as you guys are attempting a lot of different ways to wake her up, until eventually it comes to a point where, Callista, you snap out of the battlefield back into effectively snapping back into your body. Your brain like interprets this as just a normal thing. Like it's like, oh, I looked at a mushroom. Oh, I'm in a battlefield. Oh, I'm back to where I am. It just feels normal. But you like snap your eyes open and you're just back.
Yippee!
And you can't remember everything that happened. It's as if you were there.
Oh my god, where's the mushroom?
No, don't touch it.
Oh, hey.
Hi.
Wait, what happened with the... I'm on the floor.
So
Back on the floor.
You passed out. Like
what?
You touched the mushroom.
No, I didn't pass out. I went to war.
What?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. Like you.
It made sense at the time.
I was a buff bitch.
I was very big and wait. The field I had. I was a very big boy and my field had a thingy. Can I look at the symbols again, please?
Yeah, and she'll pull out like the couple loose leaf papers that she has.
Okay. I guess I point to the one on my that was on my shield in the dream on that one.
Mhm.
I don't know what it means, but where in the dream hallucinate whatever the hell happened, I had that on me, so I assume that is this place was like a so I assumed this was their symbol. It was like attacked or something.
Hmm.
Some
Okay.
lady wasn't here. Uh, I really want that mushroom.
Well,
You need
maybe
to try it again.
Yes, but now I have a different plan.
well, maybe, since like you said there wasn't a lady here or something, maybe that's why Grail and Ortiz are forgetting things. Maybe we, since, we're women, we aren't affected.
Are you saying that we are biologically better?
I think like maybe this magic is only targeted at men.
It could also be that we are spellcasters.
Hmm.
I don't think they're
Seems
very
I
magic.
forgot Callista's name. Ortus forgot that he's wearing clothes. Penelope and Callista have forgotten common sense. Truly dangerous indeed.
But what are you doing, Grail?
Oh my god.
Okay, no, you mean like what am I actually doing? Not like some kind
In game,
of
Penny's
okay.
just like,
Okay.
what are you doing? You're not even over here
Investigating.
helping me with Callista. I thought you loved her.
When?
He caught you.
Please refer to
He
my
caught
previous
me?
statement.
Yes. When you fell, he caught you. And it was like really dashing.
Seems this curse is capable of removing memories as well as implanting false ones.
Jesus fucking
Not the
Christ.
party drama I was expecting this time around.
This is so stupid.
Just a
Looks
little
like
bit.
Callista's charisma is high after all. Sorry.
Grail's too
Why
charismatic
did you
for his
jump
own
to
good.
save her so quickly?
Grail is going to pertinently ignore this. I found this symbol being clutched by a body over here. Mangled
Oh,
beyond belief.
Same one that
I'll bring
I
the paper over.
recognized?
Is it the
I think
same
Sin said
symbol?
it was sort of like mangled beyond recognition. I don't know if that was just for me or perhaps Callista's
I
experience
may have been blowing
hallucinating
my
is
schnoz
enough.
when that was.
It's so mangled up that it really could have been anything in the past.
Okay. I have a quick question about concentration spells.
Mm-hmm.
Does it just keep going until you lose focus? Is that how it goes?
I believe most of them have a duration on top of that. But generally speaking, yes.
I
If
think,
it
like,
does not
Hunter's
have a
Mark is an
duration,
hour.
then they go until you lose concentration. If they have a duration, then they go until the duration is done or you break concentration. Whichever one happens first.
Okay, because I
And I
wanted
need to
to
add
use
concentration to your...
spiritual weapon, but I don't think it has a timer on it. I've been looking and it says it's just concentrate. Oh no, wait, 1 minute.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, never mind.
Yes, I don't know anything that has concentration but does not have
I'm
duration.
pretty sure they
Yeah,
all have a timer
because I
on.
was going to use like a spiritual weapon instead to harvest the shrooms without getting scored on again.
You could do that. Yeah.
But
And I do have I do have spiritual weapon as concentration, just because I have found out through various testing, and by that I mean getting my ass kicked, that Jesus Christ spiritual weapon without concentration is broken as fuck.
Okay.
So, but yes, you could use
I'm
concentration.
having PTSD from running Strahd.
It's just brutal.
Same thing.
But you
I
could
feel
use spiritual weapon to do that. You also have a lot of other concentration, but I just haven't added them yet.
Yeah, I feel like there's other options though. Does anyone have any like ranged weapons, or do you think if I like tied a knife to a piece of rope and like swung it at the mushrooms? 'Cause I was also
Crossbow.
toying with that idea.
I
Just use a
think Grail would simply stop you doing that in the first place for fear of the lives of everyone here.
Using a grenade to harvest mushrooms.
Just like, no, they may all explode.
Oh, if only we had like, would mage hand work? I don't have mage hand, but I feel like that would probably be a bit better. Does anyone have mage hand? I want these mushrooms.
No.
I will say the mushroom
DM.
that you got splurts by. Don't ask why I
What?
said that word. It is looking kind of droopy. It doesn't seem to have many spores left in it.
So it's probably safe to pick, but now I won't have that magical BS that it did to me. But I feel like that's the bit Damien would be interested in.
I was going to say, DM, could I convince you that Grail is strong enough to send out like a force of air so strong with the slash of his sword that he can cut them from afar?
You do have
Anime
Callista
style
has gust
shit.
of wind, so she could do that. But nah, I mean, you could add gust of wind to your weapon attack, and I feel like that might
Hey,
work.
yeah, that's sick as fuck.
Yeah, I think that just sounds
It's
cool to
second
me.
level spell.
Rule of cool.
So
Oh,
I'd say
cool.
if Callista uses gust of wind on your sword as you attack, you would be able to just chop off like 4 or 5 of them.
Okay, you know what? I'm down to clown.
Yeah, all right.
Penny's
You
gonna
really
back
want-
up.
Very fair.
I
You go and
want to
pick those
bring
again.
back-
You're going to be passed out for God knows how much longer. In the effects of
I
this
want to
dungeon, I don't
bring
want to be
back-
here any longer. Lister,
I
on the
want to-
count of 3, I want you to cast a gust of wind on me.
Okay. Start
Trust me.
counting then.
I didn't have to ask. 1, 2, 3. Then
Do I have to roll for this?
No, gust of wind is just a regular, just basically slap him with gust of wind, and as he swings his sword down, it transfers into his sword and just launches the fuck outwards, just slicing through several of
Got
the
this.
plants.
I got the description.
Absolutely.
You casting it? Casting it,
Yeah.
Callista?
I
Alright,
did.
so Callista casts Gust of Wind, and it sort of forms like a tornado around me. And I sort of get the same velocity as that wind. I do a spin, and then sort of like, as I travel at the exact same speed, then channel it forwards in a massive like slash, and it just cuts off a huge chunk of these mushrooms.
Thanks, Yasuo. Anyways.
I love it. So there are about 5 or 6.
Like a ballerina is funny.
League brain rot.
So there are
Leave
about
brain
5 or
rot.
6 of these, let's say, full mushrooms, and then 1 used mushroom, I would say.
Lightly used.
Just a little bit touched.
I'm just gonna carefully just wrap them
Mhm.
in something. Oh wait, I've got a pouch and a bag. They're going in the pouch then.
Okay. Yeah, as you touch them, they don't seem to like squirt out any puffs or anything like that. So you're able to just shove them into your pouch fairly easily. As you guys are doing all this, everyone roll me 1 more wisdom check.
Oh no.
Penny will say that she feels the magic again.
You,
Does
you
that
do
give
in
us
fact feel it
kind of
kind of coming
advantage,
towards you this
or-
time.
Does her giving us warning give like
I will not for the moment.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Let's go.
Oh my god, Gray.
It's only the guys. It's
Oh.
only the Aesophirs.
We're two doing so well. Yeah, so Grail, give me something of relative relative unimportance. You normally just usually keep in your mind to some degree.
I think of something that would be impactful that's not just Callista again, as funny as that would be. Relative unimportance. Back to me on this. I want to come up with something good.
Okay. Yeah. So you all feel it. Grail, obviously.
Forgetting he has a horse.
Fucking name of his horse. Yeah, you all get hit by it. Grail is affected in some way, shape, or form. But yeah, you all are aware that most of you are fine. It just passes over a lot of you. Especially Penny. Penny can just kind of feel that it just passes over a lot of you.
Okay, should we keep going then? Get this done?
Probably.
I'm sorry,
Grail
I didn't
forgets why
understand
we're
that.
here.
He said probably. What was that, Grail?
Oh.
Grail forgets why we're here.
Why are any of us here?
Yeah, all right, cool. Oh, I
Which
love
way,
that.
Grail?
Right. We got the mushrooms. Let's go.
Okay.
Nah, mate.
Oh wait, right quick. Can I ask Penny? Penny, was that? Do you think that was about the same amount of time since the last
Oh.
pulse?
DM.
Because if it's on a timer, then we should be able to prepare ourselves. Before
I
the next
want
one
to
hits.
say it's about anywhere between 5 and 10 minutes. Grail, roll me a concentration check.
Ooh.
Locate object
what's
is apparently
concentration?
concentration. So, since you have forgotten
concentration
why
check?
you're here,
And
holding
Constitution.
I think it's a Constitution check. Roll above a 10.
For the first one.
Yeah. Since you have forgotten why you guys are here,
Okay.
all right, cool. You can willingly choose to turn off locate object. You still have hold of the concentration. You are not sure why you have it. You do know what it is that you're, there is a suit of armor that you've attuned to, I suppose. They know where it is. But you have no idea why it's there.
Grail would very much be subscribed to the idea of Chesterton's fence. This idea that just because you don't know why something is there doesn't mean you should get rid of it. He would definitely keep it around.
Okay.
Even though he is not able to remember exactly why.
Cool. Right.
And I tell Callista it's like every 5 to 10 minutes.
Oh,
Right.
that's
I was just
annoying.
going. Actually, why am I sensing the location of armor? Are we here?
Oh no. Oh no.
Real forgotten again.
Yep. Okay. We're here to get metal so that we can get you guys some armor.
Right. We
Yeah.
got the mushrooms. Let's go.
Wait, no.
Okay, Griel, just which way is the thing that you're detecting? Which way is it?
Approximately, did you say like 40, 50 feet?
Yeah, about 50 some feet and 1 floor below. Currently, the only path that you know of
50
that
feet.
probably expands is through the Hall of Statues.
Oh, that's great and not foreboding.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know why we are here. I know enough
Indeed.
to know that. Someone else lead the way. Grail says this through gritted teeth.
You can do it. I believe in you.
All right.
Cannot
I
lead
know
the
it's
way, but I don't
confusing.
know what we are doing.
We're
Give
doing
know.
something
directions.
that benefits you
If I am
and
in-
Ortus. So if you're
I
not doing
am in
it for yourself,
charge.
do it for your homie. He also seems to have
Soon as we
forgotten that
finish this
Ortus is the
conversation,
leader.
as soon as we finish this conversation, I will forget why we are here. I will try to take us back. Someone
So
needs
we have to
lead.
keep talking then?
A character. I'm giving someone an opportunity to create a character moment. Someone has to take the lead.
Penny is not taking the lead. I don't think you guys understand how traumatized she is from the skeleton grabbing her when she went in first.
Okay, I'll go first then. Whatever.
Or Two's having to hold Grail to go forwards.
Yeah, I was about to say,
think
do I have any
Grail will
rope
be-
on me?
Grail will be fine to keep going. It's more just because he doesn't know why we are here. He can't lead. Like you can't lead if you're blind, right?
That is true.
If someone else has got a lead, he can follow and he can give the directions. But this means that he's sort of just completely lost.
I like it. All right, but yeah. So Callista, you're heading through the front.
Yep, whatever. I'm gonna have a good look in that hallway before I go, though.
It's a fairly nice hallway.
In shadows.
It's a fairly nice hallway. It's just a bunch of statues from the left and the right. Every single one of them has a blank plaque in front of them, but with a, I suppose, line embedded in the stone above the plaque. Some of them read stuff like, here's the one who defied the darkness, here's the one who held the lion. Well, almost all of them have some variation of the statement, we have forgotten, we have been forgotten, none remember, none are remembering. Some form of that is on almost every single one of these stone bases.
Oh, it's a shame I can't do a history check on you nerds then. I will not, I do not know. I do not care. Okay, well, I'm waddling into the hallway then.
Nope. You guys head through the hallway and nothing happens. Every step probably concerns Callista deeply, but yeah, nothing happened. You guys get to the end of the weird hallway and very anticlimactic. Callista's, I don't know, you're probably just panting at the end like, oh god.
It's okay. Listen, last time I said to Damien that everything was going to be okay. And you know what? Everything turned out fine. So guess what? Everything's going to be okay. So everything's going to turn out fine.
It. But thank you.
No. That didn't happen last time.
As you guys look around, there is another room directly attached to your guys' right that does in fact have a staircase. It seems to be a decently small degree down there. There is also on the left what appears to me some kind of mural, but is like so many vines are covering it, and it's so much growth has gone over it. And then there is some kind of dripping water that is happening. It's a very, very soft and consistent drip of water. Now that you guys are on this side of the hallway, you guys can hear it as it just starts echoing through the entire area. At the ground in front of you is what appears to be an abandoned campfire. Is just a bunch of sticks put together, circled by a set of rocks. The wood looks weirdly fresh, as if somebody left it only minutes ago. There is some ash on it. It looks like it was just lit and then put away minutes ago. Like it's a very recent fire, it looks like. Although you guys have been here for much longer than this campfire would have been able to establish. And on top of it is what appears to be like some kind of half-burned journal that was almost kind of put out as soon as it was placed there.
I'll pick up the journal.
As you do so, you flip through some of it. The pages are completely illegible. You have no idea what any of it says.
Do you think it's from a survivor who was left down here? Maybe they documented stuff before they could forget?
I mean, they obviously forgot how to write. I don't understand any of this.
We're certain that you just haven't forgotten how to read.
No, it don't. I told you it's all gonna be okay. You guys are the only ones being affected by this. It's good. I know how to read.
Perhaps you forgot that you are affected.
Girl,
Well,
look
you-
at this.
Real, I meant to be the pot stirrer, not you. Know your role and shut up for a second, okay?
The two guys who are affected, stand back. Hold on. Wait a second.
Let the ladies handle this.
We're trying to figure something out.
Alright. What are y'all doing?
Okay, I feel like we shouldn't be too focused on just the book, though.
I'm,
If there is someone skulking around.
I'll just put it in my pack for later.
That's a good idea. Is
So many
it-
things for Damien.
Still gloomy down here, or is it a bit brighter? Because you said it wasn't very well lit, it was sort of dim.
Yeah, all the light that you guys get is from, there's like a layer of moss on the ground that kind of creeps up along the walls and its ceiling stuff. Every time you guys take a step, the moss, pretty much a wave of light kind of glows upon the moss outwards all the way up to the ceiling. So every time you guys move, every time you guys step, that moss just kind of echoes that step around, brighting up the room.
Then do we see any other moss, like pulsing, glowing, echoing?
Currently you do
where
not know.
Okay. So we don't know where whoever's done this has gone. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so far as the mural to your left and the staircase to your right in the other room.
Do we feel like a history detour to go look at a mural, or do we want to keep going?
Right? We are forgetting things. I'm not sure it's meant to stay around too much longer.
We can always check it when we come back.
We could, but I feel like even if we do check this mural, it's not that bad, because if it's not something super useful, it could just be another dumb thing we forget.
I mean,
Instead
okay.
of forgetting something more important.
Can you guys, she points to Girl and Ortuz, kind of like clear off the vines?
I'd rather cover my own vine right now.
Oh, jeez, I forgot.
He still
forgot, he
thinks the
forgot.
snake is in the wind, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Could we just like wrap some vines around Ortuz?
No, because he immediately
gonna
will
forget.
not know they're there.
Wait,
Yeah.
but will he count the vines as clothes?
Anything that he wears would be counted close in this situation,
Damn it, okay.
including his sword's sheath, because he is wearing the sheath.
So wait, so he just thinks it's floating?
Yeah.
His sword is
You
naked
just kind of
as
assume
well.
your sword is just on your hip. Your brain just kind of
Okay.
fills in the gap.
Don't stare at his sword.
Gotta wrap that sword, man.
That's his lady.
Ortuz, listen, you just gotta trust me on this, okay? Just
Listen,
clear up the
Ortiz,
vines.
we'll turn around so we don't see, okay?
It'll only be
But-
you and Grail.
I don't want Grail to see it either.
I don't think he's gonna be paying attention. He's gonna be clearing off his side.
Looks down.
Last thing I'm interested in.
What did you say?
The last thing I'm
Quick! Roll a gaydar on Grail.
No, Damien's not here.
It's been done already. We established that the only thing in his pants is revolution.
Looks down to his left. You have a long snake too. Gotcha.
Jesus Christ.
I love the idea of
Just
Grail
count
just
the
fucking with
vines.
Ortuz too.
It's all fun and games until Sin grabs like a D6 or something. It's like roll for length.
I'll have you know, somebody did the calculations for every race, so I could in fact go and do that if I found out the specific numbers.
Don't.
But I refuse.
You're fine. You could do it on your own then. We'll just
Happy
all
Pride
turn
Month,
around.
everyone.
Woo! Okay.
Grail can help.
Okay.
Just don't look down, mate.
Trust me, not. And yeah, I was just gonna get to it, slice away everything.
Cool.
Yeah.
You guys slice away a lot of the vines, a lot of the stuff, making sure that the mushrooms don't like spray you with eternal sadness. I don't know what the fuck is. My brain just lost words. Sorry. But you scrape away all the different moss, all the different plants, and flora and stuff like that, and as you turn around, or Tooth moves behind the group and stuff like that, you guys see a depiction of an incredible battle of some sorts. Callista, this is the battle you were in, weirdly enough. Every single face in this entire mural has been scratched out. Every single one of them.
Okay, someone was petty.
Yeah. Wonder why they would do that.
Interestingly enough, as you guys look, a little bit closer, seeing all the scratch out faces and stuff, Grail, you would probably notice a character, one of the people in this painting or this mural has the exact same cloth color as well as general design, albeit it's very small, as Callista.
Odds there are more.
What? What?
You know this person, Callista?
Who? If you're implying that I have family, I assert you I don't know them.
So when you say general design and such, could this be Callista? Or is it very clearly not Callista, just like a relative?
It's very clearly not Callista.
Okay.
It's the same general like outfit from what you can tell, since it's a rather big mural. The hair is different though. She might, based on her size to the other people around her, she might be a little bit more lanky, a little bit taller. But is a striking resemblance to Callista.
You don't have family, you say. I'm supposed to believe you just appeared?
Well, they're not like me, if that's what you're implying. But I don't think now is the time for my backstory.
Not implying anything, just trying to understand why the person in this picture is so similar to you.
What, are you saying all Genasi look the same?
Weird.
I'm not the one claiming that all people with grey skin look alike. What was it you said? Penelope made the comment about grey skin.
I just
Yeah.
said that Grail is like
Grail's
making
gray.
sweeping comments about people with grey skin.
But
I
I'm
didn't
quite
either.
proud of my grey skin.
Does not matter regardless.
But if you have to know, no. My family, my actual family, don't share the same skin color as me. They're not even the same race. They're humans. So no, not related to me.
Your family, I don't care. Anything else we can glean from this, or can we continue moving on?
I think we can just keep going. I don't think there's really much here.
Yeah. Is definitely the battle that Callista was in, which would almost certainly say something like to the effect of, hey, the battle. But aside from that, like, face is scratched out, everything like that. And that's pretty much all you guys really get from this battle. Although the terrain does look semi-similar to what you guys saw as you were coming towards this ruins.
So you mentioned you were on a battle. You passed out. Does this bear a resemblance?
She alive?
Oh no.
We lost her.
She got hit with more spores, you guys. Hold on. She'll be back in a second.
Huh?
Oh, there
Hey,
she is.
she's
What?
back.
What happened?
I'll call it her getting spored every time now.
What? I got
Spored
don't
nerd.
tell me I got spored again.
No, your
Spored
internet.
nerd.
We'll call your internet
Only because of
being
your internet.
spored.
Oh, okay, that's what's happening.
But yeah, Grail basically
delightful.
asked you, does this mural bear resemblance to the battle you were in?
It does look the exact same. Well, not the exact same, but it looks similar. I remember the armor is very similar to what I was wearing, and the opposing side, they had a different fit. Callista's gonna scream and then change languages to Sylvian real quick. Sigil! And then go back to common.
I don't think anyone picked up on that.
Not a single one of you, I believe, understands Sylvan
think-
in the group of four. But you guys do roughly get the statement of sigil from it, just based on context here.
It's a similar mark. I remember it was a great battle. The opposing side either had no mark or colors or this specific one over there, and she points it out on the mural. So they seem to be an invading force. That's about all I remember, other than a lady missing and my side, or well, the side defending this fortress, castle, whatever, having this symbol here, and she points it out on the paper that we traced them on.
Fascinating.
I don't see what this has to do with getting metal.
It seems like this place has a lot to do with memory. Maybe it's cursed or something.
All the better to
It-
just get it done.
Mm,
I don't know why we're talking about metal. I do believe we should be out of here as soon as possible.
okay, that's great, big guy. Just tell us what your tell us what your spidey sense is pointing towards. Okay.
It's pointing downwards, correct?
Yes, we were on the correct path
Mhm.
till we decided to go. We were at the art gallery.
Okay then.
You got this, Callista. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm stressed.
No. Glad someone has confidence.
Do you head down the
I
stairs then?
thought Ortus was supposed to be the lead.
Yo, Ortus thinks he's naked. He's in the back.
Too's just like cover himself every time you look over. He's like, I'm not leading today. My ass is on display.
Okay, Dr.
Can't be
Seuss.
at the front of the group with his tongues out.
I would
All
not,
right.
could not on a boat.
God. So we are about out of time, so I'm going to kind of describe what you guys are going to be seeing, and then we'll come back next week to kind of look at everything as it comes about. But you guys start heading down this path, and of course the light show, I suppose, of the moss continues with every step that you all take, kind of echoing through the area. As you get a little bit further down, going through this stairwell, and you start heading forwards, you see a large, I suppose, chamber. the air here feels still. Not like stagnant, it's definitely moving, but it feels still, very stale. Even as you guys are breathing, and every time the air kind of flows towards you, it just doesn't taste right. As you guys are walking forward still, the walls around you are aligned with stone reliefs. They're like depicting heroic acts. They are, champions standing tall with blades held aloft, like all kinds of things, but all their faces are missing. Either carved out, crumbled, or even some deep claw marks. Some slash marks in there. But you guys continue forwards, and the room opens into a vast rotunda, a massive circular area. Directly above you, it appears that there was some kind of massive cave-in of sorts. So the floor above you and the floor above that, all the way to the dirt, has just caved in to a degree. So the ground on this tundra is just covered in dirt and gravel and stone. All of it is just plastered. It's spread out to a degree, so you guys can still see the main area. But as you walk forwards, near the center of this, somewhat buried under the material, but a lot of them are just kind of like pushed out of it or some degree, there are 5 bodies that are strewn about. Weirdly enough, their weapons are rusted. Their armor is dulled. Their everything about them looks aged, I suppose. None of them wear any sigils. Their gear is strangely plain. Their faces, as you look at it, you're not entirely sure what you're looking at. You don't know who these people are. You can't even tell what they're supposed to look like. Even as you look at them, it's like your brain just doesn't register that they're there. And as you look at them and such, you hear and also see movement from behind them. At the top of the rubble, there's a man who is kneeling. He slowly starts to stand up. He is wearing what used to be beautiful armor that is now rusted and dulled. He has a helmet on his head, which is the only thing about him that looks even close to refined or even pretty, though it's hard to look at exactly. It's very nice, it's very tough, but it's somewhat odd. But as he stands and he looks back towards the group, he reaches over and he grabs a sword. And Callista, as he turns and looks at you, you recognize him. This is the body that you were just in.
Oh, delightful.
And as he pulls out his sword, he simply looks at all of you. And he simply says, and this is the last words that we'll say today, "Did we win? For you will fall, for you are my enemy." And that is where we're going to be ending it today, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you guys have, as always, feel free to hit that follow button. If you guys are curious on whether or not our players are going to be fighting a big old bastard next episode, probably. If you haven't seen my players before, go check them out all here. They're absolutely wonderful human beings. I appreciate every single one of them for being here. We're going to go onto my end screen. Feel free to check my credits if you guys want to see all the information relating to it. And we're going to pop over and do a raid today. Let's see. Who are we going to be raiding? Serenity is still live. She's playing Undertale Yell. I haven't raided Serenity for a while. Yeah, one time in the last 30 days. So we'll pop over and raid Serenity. She's probably going to be ending sometime here soon. I appreciate the hydration, Reverie. But she's probably going to be ending sometime here soon, so we're probably going to go from a raid into a raid. But please, she's playing some Undertale Yellow at the moment because she just finished Repo. So if you guys are interested in joining, popping over to talk with her, she just hit affiliate So I'm very excited about that. I've been following her since like 10 followers. So she's an absolutely wonderful being. She's recently just adjusted her model as well. So a lot of cool things that we can see, that we can show, and that you guys are able to support. But we will be back here next week at 6 p.m. PST on Saturdays. If you guys want the sister campaign to this, which is Tyrant's Wrath, we almost always go live on Fridays at 6 p.m. PST with a whole different crew of people. It's going to be a very exciting time, and I hope to see you all when that time happens. All right, bye.
See ya.
Hi, everyone.
I should have clicked raid
Bye.
first, but that's
Bye.
okay. Got another
Alright,
5
raid
seconds
first.
before I can click raid now. You guys know how it is.